Why would you ever not do that? It's just better to have it with you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube and Twitch channels. We are back for Friday's coffee stream, and that means it is Fellonious Friday. And speaking of Fellonious Friday, I was just watching Bering's video on the Aaron Imholty guy, who's the husband of the April chick. And boy, oh boy, is he grifting the shit out of this whole case. Like, he is involved, he is directly involved. Like, yeah, he wasn't arrested, but he was directly involved with this whole thing. And I will say, I'm not a big fan of the Kino Casino, but the, the Kino Casino boys did hold him pretty hard to account when they interviewed him, because they said, you know, you claim to be like the sober one, out of Nick, Kayla, and April. You claim that you didn't do as much drugs and like you were like taking care of the kids and stuff. So you should have been like seeing the neglect and whatever, and you should have done something about it. Like you didn't have to report, but you could have very well said, you know, hey, Nick, Kayla, fix this shit. You're neglecting your kids. Fix this shit or I'll do something about it. But he didn't. And PPP rightly said, you know, you had the balls to do drugs and sleep with another man's wife and intermix your kids and their kids and this whole thing, but you don't have the balls to do the right thing in regards to the kids. And Bering pointed out that um, this this Aaron guy is milking this whole thing for super chats, and like he's using this whole redemption arc as a like a view thing, like a views thing and a notoriety thing, and it's just gross because there are kids involved. Like if you were just two adults in a relationship and you decided to open your relationship up and like do drugs and shit, but you didn't have any kids, that's one thing. But if you're like literally having four people in one bed and you guys are like taking turns going to the bathroom so you can do coke in the bathroom, and you've got and the kids feel like they're not allowed to go and get food for themselves, they have to come and ask you for food and like, hey, I'm hungry, can you guys come and like feed us and shit, like not changing the kids' clothes for days, not washing, like not making sure the kids were bathed. Like those are all things that you should be able to do, even if you are engaging in some type of open relationship that is not a normal marriage. Like if you're consenting adults and you want to do that, fine. But there are ways to do that without making things confusing for your kids. And like I guarantee watching their parents get arrested was probably very upsetting for all five of those kids. And for this Aaron Imholty guy to be going around and milking it for the super chats, and apparently his stories are similar, but they change a little bit every time he goes on. I haven't actually heard him stream at all, except for these clips that Bering put together, and he's just like, he's thinking, oh, I feel so bad about these kids, and you know, I love these kids, and it's like, then why did you let this go so far? Like, if you were the sober one and you didn't quote dabble in drugs as much as Kayla, April, and Nick, why were you not making sure the kids were clean and fed and had laundered clothes? Or why were you not like being the voice of reason out of the four of you, going, hey, do you think maybe we should, you know, cut down on the drugs and like maybe come out of the bedroom once in a while and like do stuff with the kids maybe? Like why were you not that voice of reason in the relationship of all four of you? Why did it take somebody to... Why is a toll-free number calling me? Why is a Michigan toll-free number calling me? Weird. Port Huron, Michigan was the toll-free number for that. But yeah, why were you not the voice of reason among the four of you to be like, hey, like, I'm all for a good time, but the kids kind of need some like parenting too. Maybe we should be parents as well as, you know, fuck buddies. But no, apparently he didn't have the balls to do that. And those kids now got to watch their parents get arrested. And they went through all this, like, alleged neglect and everything. And it's sad. It's very sad. Now, apparently, Josh from Kiwi Farms has issued a challenge to Nick because it's apparently $3,000 for the footage to be released, the body cam footage to be released. But Josh has challenged Nick to release it himself. So we'll see where that comes, like how that comes. But this is all just incredibly sad and just, I wish none of this had happened. Nick was a really fun person to watch live stream, and it's just sad to see how far he's fallen. So I think that's just what I wanted to open with. And we have a couple of different criminal element stories today. But first we're going to start with Abba and Preach. Because apparently Fresh and Fit are really angry at their fans. Apparently their fans aren't paying them enough. And they're thinking of quitting because apparently their fans are quote brokies, whatever the fuck that is. So Abba and Preach are going to show us the insanity that is Fresh and Fit.
Another day, another Fresh and Fit L.
Again! By the way,
another Fresh and Fit L with the again thing.
if you're a brokey in the chat, I'll call you a brokey just because you don't want to support. That's on. By the way, if you're a brokey in the chat, I'll call you a brokey just because you don't want to support.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this already. Just because they're like, to say that they don't want to support is fucked up, because people might want to support, but they might not be able to. They might not have the money to support. That doesn't mean they don't want to. Like, being broke and not wanting to support a person are two different things, right? You can be broke, and you can also say, if I had money, I wouldn't send it to you, right? You can also be rich and also not support people. Like, being broke doesn't have any correlation to supporting a creator or not.
That's understandable.
Other than your ability to. That's it. That's the only correlation between between being broke and supporting a creator, is it that affects your ability to do so.
By the way, if you're a brokey in the chat, I'll call you a brokey just because you don't want to support. That's understandable. What I will say though is, like, when you see the value in the Castle Club, you're like, damn, you know what?
Yeah.
I need to be a part of that.
Your motivation pushed me to start and grow my business. I appreciate you guys. That's what we're talking about, bro. No brokey. Shout out to you, C. Avery. Notice how the guys that make money don't complain about the Castle Club is the important.
What? Wait.
You, C. Avery. Notice how the guys that make money don't complain about the Castle Club is the important.
It's the poor. Oh, wow. So apparently there's like a club that they've made. Like, I guess that's their paid people. Not sharing vid? What the hell? I didn't go to screen share. Oops, sorry.
Your motivation pushed me to start and grow my business. I appreciate you guys. That's what we're talking about, bro. No brokey. Shout out to you, C. Avery. Notice how the guys that make money don't complain about the Castle Club is the important.
Is it called the Council Club?
Shout out to you, C. Avery. Notice how the guys that make money don't complain about the Castle Club is the.
Or the Castle. Oh, it's the Castle Club. That's gay. That is a gay name. Anyway, of course the poor people are gonna complain about the price of things because they're poor. Again, being poor, the only correlation it has between that and supporting you is the fact that they can't. Like, there's a lot of people I would love to send Streamlabs donation to and, like, subscribe to their Twitch, but I can't because I don't have the extra money. That doesn't mean that I don't want to support them. It just means that I don't have the ability to.
Important.
Calling your
Is
fans
wild.
brokey is
Calling
crazy.
a fan a brokey because they don't want to pay you.
The boys.
Like, I would never
released
say
a
that
video
about any
saying
of the
at
people
end
that
of
watch
Fresh and
me.
Fit, we quit.
Oh.
So you guys like, but why are you saying that like you're happy, like you're praying for their downfall? It's because I am.
So, we ended up getting demonetized, right, guys? And as you guys know that, we got demonetized August of last year.
Dude, why is your mic down your throat? Like, move your mic back. Maybe people would want to support you if you weren't talking like this into your microphone all the fucking time and it's right down your goddamn mouth. Maybe that's why people don't want to support you.
Sucky situation. But Rumble had our back. As you guys know, we scaled up the podcast to a certain point where we're at a certain level where we bring a certain quality to the show. Chris brings you guys new girls every show. There's a lot of
new girls. Yes, so they're going to Rumble so that they can be monetized and scream at OnlyFans women and call them whores. Oh, beautiful.
parts, right? We have a team probably of
Lovely.
around 20 people, I would say. In an ideal world, would I love to just give you guys all the free content we could? Of course, bro. I would love to do it. But at the end of the day, guys, it's a business. We got people that we got to take care of, and we gotta support Rumble.
Is the
A part of the after hours will go on Castle Club, guys, right? But we're gonna make it affordable for you guys. We lowered the price down to $17 per month. If you get in now for the next 48 hours, you're gonna go ahead and have that forever. Your grandfather in.
Yep.
Because we're gonna raise the price actually from 17 to 35 after Wednesday.
What
and the
the
reason
fuck?
for that.
So now they're gonna put him behind a.
So first of all, they're paywalling all of their content? Is that what they just said? Let me back that up for a second.
Give you guys all the free content to the show. Chris brings you guys new girls every show. There's a lot of moving parts, right? We have a team probably of around 20 people, I would say. In an ideal world, would I love to just give you guys all the free content we could? Of course, bro. I would love to do it. But at the end of the day, guys, it's a business. We got people that we got to take care of, and we gotta support Rumble. A part of the
We gotta support Rumble. So you're gonna make everybody pay for all of your content? Really? I cannot imagine putting all of my content, like, first of all, I don't think I'm worth putting all of my content behind a paywall, right? I'm not worth that kind of money, okay? Like, I feel shitty enough plugging the Streamlabs link, okay? Like, this is gross. Like, we need to support Rumble. Why? Why do you need to support Rumble? Because they let you basically be as sexist and horrible to women as you want, and you don't get demonetized for it? Is that why you want to support Rumble?
part of the after hours.
It seems to me that a lot of the people that go to Rumble want to say, like, some of the most heinous shit that even free speech absolutists would go, ugh. Right? It's all those people that seem to want to go to Rumble because nobody else will platform the shit that they have to say because it's absolute nonsense.
We'll go on Castle Club, guys, right? But we're gonna make it affordable for you guys. We lowered the price down to $17 per month. If you get in now for the next 48 hours, you're gonna go ahead and have that forever. Your grandfather in.
Yep.
Because we're gonna raise the price actually from 17 to 35 after Wednesday.
So you're gonna double the price. You're gonna double the price of your subscription, but you're going to grandfather in anybody who subscribes before that deadline at $17. $17 is still a lot of money. Like, that's almost 2 Twitch subscriptions in Canadian money, because it's $10 a month in Canadian money. So that's Yeah, that is two Twitch. That in American money, that's 2 Twitch subscriptions. That is 4 YouTube membership, 3 YouTube membership things, because they're usually like $4.99 a month. That is a lot. That's a lot of money. Like, and they're probably not even putting that much content up. And it's all the same shit where they're just screaming at OnlyFans.
The reason for that.
So now they're gonna put him behind a paywall at $35 a month for them to yell at the whores and be like, "You're dumb. Who wants to pay $35 a month?"
There's a couple of people.
Well, the fans are not happy with it. They in the comment section just ripping them apart. You fucking lied to us.
Like,
You said you would
seriously,
never
that's
go
the
behind a
pricing
paywall,
structure of most
et cetera, et
OnlyFans.
cetera.
It is.
They have no choice. It's easy to say
They
we'll never
they
go
did get
behind a
their
paywall
pricing
when you
idea
have
from
options.
OnlyFans driving
When you
it.
have all
You're right.
options and everything and you're
Because
monetized. No, we'll never go to behind a paywall.
most OnlyFans creators have their pages at like between the $17 to $30 mark, right? That is a lot of money a month to pay for yelling at OnlyFans girls. That's like, if they were doing other shit besides just yelling at OnlyFans models, then like if they had a variety of content and they did like different shows and did like short videos, and if they had a variety of content, then I could see maybe charging something like that. But their shtick is literally inviting OnlyFans girls on and calling them stupid.
Well, now that's pretty much the only option that they got.
And there's no reason to feel sad for them, because when asked if he regrets it, he said no.
In retrospect, are there any regrets in not managing the transition better? Example, mixing the nighttime show with Stewie. You shoot yourselves in the foot by mismanaging. Is any regrets? If you're gonna ask me personally, no regrets, man. I got 20 real estate properties, so I can tell my net worth is over $6 million. I get money residually. I don't need to do this shit. I don't need to make a fucking cent off this podcast.
Jesus Christ, dude. Are you gonna have a fucking heart attack yelling about not making any money off of this I guess this is a clip of him screaming about not making any money.
I'm fine. My real estate I don't need to make a fucking cent off this podcast. I'm fine. I'm
fine! You don't sound fine. You sound like you're about to have an aneurysm, a stroke, and a heart attack all at once, and that your blood under all the pressure is just going to leak out of all of your open orifices. That's what you sound like. You do not sound fine.
Real estate will take care of me, so I can sit here and tell you, you. We need you guys to support us on Rumble.
I love the way Abba and Preach just put those clips like back to back. Fuck you! I need you to support us on Rumble.
You guys want us to keep making this content? I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna say what the I want to say, and I don't what anybody gotta say. I cannot be bought. Just like we've saved you guys, we need you guys to save us.
I love this. I love this back and forth. This is brilliant editing. Holy shit.
I have my soul, I have my spine, I have my integrity, I got my 10 toes and my 2 feet, and I stand where I'm gonna stand, and if I die there, I'll die there with a smile on my face, because I can look in the mirror and be happy with the man that I see, you pussy.
You don't sound happy with the man you see. You sound incredibly enraged.
I'll die there with a smile on my face, because I can look in the mirror and be happy with the man that I see, you pussy mother. You fucking losers that sit there
my.
Say, oh, it's getting
How do you really feel?
Shut the fuck up.
A few moments later.
I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but
You price high and then put it on sale for 50%
saving
off.
children,
Yep.
right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
No. I love how he goes from screaming to begging to screaming to. It's too funny. It's too funny. He just goes from screaming about how he doesn't need any of them to be like, we need your help.
Beta girl. Myron, are you really gonna quit law enforcement? Yeah, you know, saving children. That's cool. But reminding whores that they're whores?
That's priceless.
That's even better.
Wait, so he would rather sit on a podcast and tell OnlyFans girls that they're whores instead of being in law enforcement? Really?
Yo, somebody give me some Fresh and Fit merch so I can cry into it. We ain't got no tissues or clothes in here. I distinctly remember him saying he doesn't give a shit. He'll do whatever he wants, which is fine. You can do whatever you want, but your employer might fire you.
Yeah? Yeah? Especially if your employer is a law enforcement one.
And then when they fire you and you gotta beg for scraps after the fact, don't think anyone's gonna feel sympathy for you. So you want to be out with your chest out. This is like the OnlyFans girls who do OnlyFans forever and then they're like, oh, I'm mentally fucked up. This is the same thing. This is the idiot who thinks he could get away with saying anything and doing anything. Then he gets fired. Now he's begging for scraps.
Yeah. It's like, this is the guy who beat his wife one too many times and his wife kicked him out and he's like, I need a place to sleep. It's like, nobody cares. You've been beating your wife. Fuck off. Like, this is, what the fuck? Holy shit, Myron.
And now he feels bad. He's like, well, guys, I can't quit. You know, yeah, I'm financially set, but my employees, you know, who's going to take care of them?
We make it look easy, guys, but like we have people that work for us that legit have a need and depend on us.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for this current platform right now, they wouldn't eat. Neither their kids.
You should have thought of that before you were an idiot on camera, right?
Yeah. You should have thought of that before you decided to do demonetizable shit on YouTube. Like, you can do and say a lot of things within terms of service, right? You don't have to be completely over the top, out there, out to lunch nasty, just because you can. Like, if you want to stay monetized, that's what you gotta do. So for him to be crying that he's been demonetized off of YouTube and Rumble is the only platform, again, this is what happens. It's the people who feel like saying just absolutely heinous shit that nobody with any morals, like there's a difference between being a free speech absolutist and being somebody with a moral compass, right? And just knowing that there are some things that you just like don't say out loud. Like, you can think them, right? But there are some things that you just shouldn't say. Myron apparently doesn't have that filter and apparently doesn't seem to think, hey, if I say this thing on this platform that I'm monetized on, am I going to get demonetized? No, apparently that's not a thing that happens with him. But then afterwards, he's going to just start begging and begging and begging like YouTube demonetized him for no reason. Like, and don't get me wrong, there are channels that get demonetized wrongly, okay? Fresh and Fit, not one of them. Sorry, not sorry.
See what happens when you're a leader? You have other people you have to take responsibility for. But because you want to be goofy on screen, you cost all of them their potential salary with this move. Yep. And a lot of the fans are not going to translate over to your paywall, and justifiably so. This whole
and not many people are going to want to go to Rumble either, like even if it was free. Right? Because they don't want to go to another platform. That they want YouTube is right there. Right?
The idea that we do content for free.
At the end of the day, bro, if you don't want to support, it's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to.
But support as well.
Well, don't sit there and call us fucking money grabbers when we've been doing this shit for free for 3 fucking plus years, giving you guys content, and we're still going to continue to give you content for free.
The content we do is not for free. Your fans,
Jesse
my fans,
Screaming
everyone
Beta,
who's a viewer,
Jesse
they're
Screaming
paying.
Beta and Myron Screaming Again are two audios that will never get old. No.
They're paying either for YouTube Premium, which means that goes to you. That's not free. Or They're paying through ad time, which is the advertisers basically being able to sell them products. So they end up paying for the products in the long run.
Yeah, that's why YouTube Premium really helps content creators. So it's like nobody's gonna want to go to another platform. Like it's hard enough to get people to go over to Twitch if you do both YouTube and Twitch, right? Nobody's gonna want to go to Rumble unless they're specifically like in that demographic of people who don't want the who like the very, very fringe group.
Everybody pays for these content. There's nobody who's not paying. There's no such thing as free content.
No.
And everybody has a boss.
Your motivation pushed me to start and grow my business. I appreciate you guys. That's what we're talking about, bro. No brokey. Shout out to you, C. Avery. Notice how the guys that make money don't complain about the Castle Club is the important.
By the way, if you're a brokey in the chat, I'll call you a brokey just because you don't want to support. That's understandable. What I will say though is like when you see the value in the Castle Club, you're like, damn, you know what?
Yeah.
I need to be a part of that.
He called them brokies.
Brokey.
Calling someone a brokey when you just ask them to please pay for my staff.
Yeah, please pay for me and my employees, but you're all brokies if you don't want to. Right? Like, holy fuck. I cannot. That's just insane to me. Like, insane to me.
Calling your
Is
fans
wild.
brokey is
Calling
crazy.
a fan a brokey because they don't want to pay you for you to pay your fan because you can't pay your fans yourself is crazy.
I distinctly remember these guys and so many other red pill dudes ripping Pokemon apart because she said that about her fans, about her cookies. You remember that?
Yes.
While Fresh and Fit, Just Pearly Things, and every other loser in the red pill space are taking L's. Again!
Ha ha ha. He uses that all the time and it's great. But it's true. It's like they all the red pillars, they shit all over people for asking people to subscribe or asking people to hit up their Streamlabs or whatever. And then they turn around and they throw all their content behind a paywall on places like Rumble. And it's like, really? Is that what you can do? Is that all you've got?
Surfshark.
Couple of reasons. Summer is coming. Yeah, and a lot of you like to go on vacation in the summer. That's just logical. But did you know that according to the place that you are on the world, the price of your ticket is going to vary. So if you want to be able to enjoy a rebate or a lesser amount on your fare, you change your location with a VPN changer and you're going to be able to have the best prices for your flight. Second thing is, you know the streaming platform that you use, depending on your region, they gatekeep the programs. So one program is going to be available in one region and it's probably not going to be available in your region. And you want to have access to that because you are paying the full price. So you use a VPN changer to have
check
access
Twitch chat
to all
during
the
the
programs. Surfshark for you. Yep. It goes like that. The wonderful thing about Surfshark is that it's unlimited devices. So no matter how many devices you connect on it, there's no limit. You can connect one and another one and your mom and your sister and your father and all of them devices on the same VPN. And it's not going to charge you one penny more. So if you click on the link below and enter coupon
Ad break ends in 33 seconds. Oh shit.
30-day money back warranty. Get it.
It's not about the money, man.
Yeah.
It really
It's
isn't
not
about the money,
man.
I could walk away from all this and be okay.
But
Today.
you're all
I don't think they
brokies.
see it.
Hey,
I don't think there's a lot of things they see.
It's not about the money, but you're all brokies if you don't support us. But it's not about the money. Totally not about the money. But if you don't pay that $35 a month, you're brokies.
I don't think they see the fact of why they got demonetized. This thing is really because they were saying the truth and not the wild shit that you did and all this try that you try to do. Like your name kept coming up in a negative way in the eyes of YouTube. They don't even see that. They see it's really no man. It's freedom of speech.
Yeah,
You
that's
see
all
that?
this, and that's what all of these fucking assholes that run to Rumble. They're all running to Rumble because they're like, YouTube doesn't like freedom of speech. No. You all did something while you were running your mouths and saying retarded shit that nobody with common sense would agree with. It doesn't matter whether you're left or right. Some of the shit that comes out of people on Rumble, you're just like, are you okay? Do you need a hug? Did you forget your Haldol this morning? Like, holy fuck. Some of the shit that comes out of creators on Rumble is just insane. And nobody with common sense is gonna go, yeah, preach, sister, preach, brother. Like, nobody with common sense. So they're sitting there saying all this shit. Meanwhile, they're probably showing things on their screen that they shouldn't be, or breaking terms of service in some other way. Like, this is why they get demonetized. And instead of looking at that, and going, gee, I made a big fucking mistake in what I showed and how I acted, and that's why I lost my income. No, it's YouTube attacking freedom of speech. Now, again, do channels get wrongfully demonetized? Yeah, because there are other creators abusing the copyright system and getting channels falsely struck and taken down. That's a copyright system problem, right? That is in itself a problem. What we're talking about here with like what Myron is going through and just Pearly things and all that is strictly they can't follow terms of service because they think that they have the carte blanche to act and speak however they want, because they feel, I'm an American, I can say what I want, freedom of speech. It's like, what the fuck?
I don't think they even see that they're doing the same thing.
No, they don't.
Freedom of speech, but isn't it these guys who did the copyright strikes?
Yes.
I falsely hundreds.
Yes.
Trying to get a bunch of channels deleted because they didn't like what the channels were saying. Funny, you guys, you go to these guys' chats and you're critical of them, they just censor you. You can't even be critical of them in their chat.
I've been advised by a bunch of people. Let's move on. I should start banning you haters. So we should just start banning y'all, honestly.
Just start banning. Yeah, you're about freedom of speech, but you're just gonna start banning people who are saying things you don't like.
Paid y'all to come in and talk shit, and you guys are doing that. And at that point, it's not even free speech. I'm just coming in to talk shit.
It's not even free speech. You're just coming in to talk shit. What the fuck do? You make a living about talking shit to women. You make a living talking shit to women who choose to make their living doing a specific type of work.
Haters don't deserve free speech.
So it's so funny to me that the people who yap on and yap about freedom of speech and blah, 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 you peer behind the curtain and they are just as authoritative as other groups. They will shut you down if they don't like what you're saying.
It costs a lot to run things the way that we do. It's on the low end. It's
costly.
So you want to know what their low end is?
What?
Guess. $70K a month is what they pay.
What?
Well, considering how many people they have employed under them, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
How
much?
much? Okay.
Making a month back at the height of.
Go ahead.
$225.
How much? Okay. Their podcast is literally bringing on a panel of OnlyFans women and screaming at them about how slutty they are. Why do they need a staff of 20 people to do that? Why do they need to employ enough people to expend $70,000 a month to yell at OnlyFans women? Why?
A month?
That doesn't make sense to
me. They were raking in huge profits. You know what I mean? They're making close to 6 figures each every single month. So they're probably making a lot of money, right? Good. Demonetization happens, everything disappears. They're not making they're making pennies on Rumble. They went from
literally
being in the green by a lot to now they're in the red every single month by a pretty large margin. And now they're feeling the pressure. So all the people at home who say, "Oh, demonetization doesn't work," that's not been my experience. Having spoken to people who have been demonetized,
it's either A, we just stop doing the podcast all fucking together, or we put stuff behind a paywall and we could continue things as we were doing.
Losing close to I would say 75, sometimes to 60% of their total income. And even when they go behind a paywall, they might transfer a substantial amount of their fan base depending on the fans. But the other thing is they're no longer being recommended by any of the algorithms.
Nope.
So they no longer go viral on YouTube. They no longer are in the talking space for a lot. That's why you see this guy doing all these collabs. He's feeling the effects of the poor decisions he's made. So now he's trying to recoup it any way he can.
Yeah, this is but the thing is, he's not understanding that it's because of any poor decisions he's made. All it is just YouTube hates freedom of speech, and that's all it is. And it's sad.
So I'm not saying demonetization is a good or a bad thing. That's not the point. I'm just speaking strictly to the people who think it doesn't work. You're wrong. It does work. Okay? Mm-hmm. And no matter how much these people say they're in it for the message, the truth is they're here for the money. Without the money, they're not going to stick around.
You know, everyone sits there and says, oh, you know, freedom of speech, we're tired of censorship, etc. Hey, man, this is how we fight back against censorship. This is how we fight back against big tech. This is how we fight back against all these guys that want to censor us and demonetize us and deplatform us and cancel us for having a different viewpoint.
It's not censorship. If someone says, I don't want to pay you.
No, it's not. If you have a contract with somebody and you don't honor that contract and they say, our contract is broken because you didn't honor the contract, I'm no longer paying you because you broke the contract. That is not fucking censorship. That is one of the people, that is the party you contracted with saying, hey, you broke our contract, we're done. There's a difference. Like if you were completely within the terms of the contract and then YouTube was like, guess what, fucker, I'm not paying you. Then you'd have a different thing. But no, you broke the terms of the contract. That's what terms of service is. When you check that box on the terms of service, regardless of whether you decided to read the entire fucking 1,000 pages or not, when you check that box and you use that platform, you have agreed to that terms of service, which means you've agreed to that contract. Okay? So if you happen to get monetized, then there's obviously a different monetization terms of service that you have to agree to follow. And if you don't, YouTube has the right to be like, guess what? I'm not paying you anymore. And that is not censorship.
They didn't even delete these guys' channel.
No.
They said, based off how you're acting, we
they
don't want to run ads on you because it looks poor on the products that we sell.
And we don't want us to give you...
So why should I pay you when it's going to hurt my business? So they said, you want to keep your content on here, you can keep it on here, but we're no longer prioritize you because you hurt our business.
Yeah, and we're not going to push your stuff.
What business has a duty to give you money when you hurt their business?
None. No business.
YouTube does not make most of its money from commentary. It does not make most of its money from dating content.
Nope.
That's not where it makes its money. It makes its money from makeup, tech, and kids stuff.
Yep. That's exactly where it makes its money. So if you are hurting its bottom line with your ridiculous commentary and dating advice, they're not going to pay you.
So all the people doing kids reviews, toys reviews, whatever the fuck kids reviews sounds crazy.
Kids reviews? Jesus, Ava, what the fuck?
Listen. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Kids review is wild.
No Diddy.
Hey, Fury Kitten, what's up?
Yo. Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah.
Damn. They caught me slipping.
God damn.
Is my lizard skin showing?
Is my lizard skin showing? Yes, let us review the children.
All right, listen. Elizabeth.
The queen.
Yes, fellow lizardman.
You know she's not dead. She's shedding skin.
She shed her skin. That's
She's
fact.
shedding skin.
Yeah. Shout out to Lizzie, bro. She doing her thing.
Her thing. Oh my god. Oh my god, Ava. What the fuck?
She doing her thing.
Preach
One
is
day I want to just
dying.
go up to one of the princes and be like, yo, you know about your grandma? They're like, nah. I'm like, the block is hot. Your grandma's not.
Oh, shit.
I see what you did there, because she's a reptilian and she got cold blood. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Bars. Anyways, back to the topic.
Your block is hot. Your
grandma's not. Double entendre. Don't worry, I got you, bro. Yeah.
Preach is just dead. I love that. But anyway, this is just, I thought, like, this is pretty much the whole thing. I don't want to do the whole video, but I just wanted you guys to hear like the hypocrisy, and like I'm gonna be repeating myself a lot if I keep going, but like this whole, you know, I need to put my content behind a paywall because YouTube hates free speech. It's like, no, just don't break terms of service. Like, I don't break terms of service and I can say pretty much whatever I want. I just don't like say horribly racist shit and bigoted shit because that's not, first of all, that's not me. And second of all, it's not helpful. It's not conducive to monetization, which I'm pushing for on this channel. So why would I sit there and break terms of service? It's the same thing with Myron. Like, why would he break terms of service and then be surprised that YouTube is like, no, I'm done with paying you now. You have made too many mistakes. Right, I am going to quickly refill my coffee before we start our next video, our flat earth video. So please get yourself some tea or coffee. I shall return in a moment, and if you wish to make me do jumping jacks or something, send in some money to streamlabs.com/blindpress, and I'll be right back. Okay. Let's see. Are we in the right spot here? Yes, we are. Okay. So now we're going off to learn about a flat earther who apparently still believes in basic physics, but doesn't seem to understand that basic physics explains why the earth isn't flat. So let's see what Simon Dan has to make of this guy.
What do you get if you mix the world's favourite flat earther with an unrelenting thirst for answers? You get CC, of course, Chris from New York, Westchester County.
Oh, God.
And today on Flat Earth Friday, he is asking all the important questions, like, how do we even have water if not for a container?
What? Run that by me again?
Like, how do we even have water if not for a container?
So the Earth is a giant... Oh, okay. Okay.
Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan.
Hello, Simon
Thank you
Dan.
very much for joining me.
You're
Before
welcome.
we begin today though, a massive thank you to the sponsors of this video, Casp. Casp is a chocolate brand like nothing I've seen before.
Chocolate.
The packaging is amazing for one. It's like you're about to unwrap some piece of tech or something, the quality is that good. I mean, it really is a gift for all occasions. And the chocolate? Wow. Now when you order a box, you can select from their 18 flavours to make a unique and personalised box of
18
chocolates.
flavours
They look
of
so
chocolate?
different, like little shiny chocolate thimbles. Selecting
Okay,
your
that's
flavours
cool.
is a really fun experience too. The software allows you to see what the box will look like on the inside before purchasing, and if you're anything like me, then your box will be full of the key lime pie flavour, because that is the best chocolate
I'm gonna need
I
a
have
lot more
ever
alcohol,
tasted.
aren't
I
I?
kid you not.
Yes.
My wife and I sat down one evening to sample these chocolates, and the whole sitting was an experience. And these new snacks are a lovely touch as well. This is the Tropical Island pack. Passion fruit and mango in a yoghurt casing, and I know I shouldn't, but I'm just gonna have one now.
He's like, I'm gonna eat on camera, damn it. I'm gonna eat on camera.
Delicious. Click the link in the description and use my code SIMONDAN to get a 20% discount with Casp.
He's like,
Hang on. Right, on with today's video, which, as I said
he's like, I can't stop.
at the start, is from CC, Chris from New York, Westchester County. He's talking about that classic flat earth buzzword, water. But before that,
God.
he has a pop at Parallax. Weird combo, CC.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 2:18.
Is it? Exactly 2:18, huh? You're one of those guys, aren't you? You're one of those guys who has to exactly timestamp his videos.
24.
2:18. 24.
That intro never gets old, does it?
No.
Parallax.
Oh, flipping hell, something else he's going to misunderstand.
Is he first of all in his car? Sounds like he's in his car. So we've got a flat earther making a video about the flat earth from his car. Okay.
What's the meaning of that word?
Actually, I'm not sure. Let's type it in. Let's look it up. Meaning... No, let's... Parallax. Meaning... I screwed that up. Parallax. Meaning... The apparent displacement... Let's see. What does Merriam-Webster say? I just want you to tell me. A displacement of what? Let's quickly see. Because I don't know the definition of parallax. Which is funny because I'm a frickin'... Let's see what it means. Can you be... I'm trying to be quick. Noun. Parallax. The apparent displacement or difference in apparent direction when an object is seen from two different points and not on a straight line from the object, especially the angular difference in direction of a celestial body as measured from 2 points of the Earth's orbit. Okay. So it's got to do with curve and orbit and direction. I love a good key lime pie. Adding chocolate would fuck it all up. Relative movements of objects at different distances from the Earth.
Officially, the effect by which the position of an object seems to change when it is looked at from different positions.
Okay, I didn't even need to Google it. Thank you, Simon Dan.
Those are objects that are moving at different speeds.
Parallax is objects moving. He says parallax, those are objects moving at two different speeds. No, it's not.
When you observe it.
Okay, kind of.
For example, when you're on a high, those are objects that are moving at different speeds when you observe it.
Okay, so he dumbed it down incredibly badly.
For example, when you're on a highway, you see a house, or actually a building, about a few miles away. And then you see houses right by the highway that are moving quickly past you while you're driving.
Yes, this is motion parallax.
You see that thing out over there, that building that's a few miles away, isn't moving very much at all.
The houses aren't moving either. You are. Just... This is like a really bad example. Because the houses and the building aren't moving. The car is moving.
Very slowly. But the houses are moving. Okay? All right, that's the definition.
No, they're not.
All right, so now...
You are moving. Oh my God.
You understand the definition? That's good. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Cease.
I don't think you understand the definition because that was really dumbed down.
So now you understand the definition
and badly analogized.
Thanks, CC. But just to clarify, the motion parallax you're talking about there is not the same thing as normal parallax.
No.
See, now the problem is we don't seem to have that effect when it comes down to stars.
That's because we're not a star. We're on a planet that is orbiting a star, and the star is also orbiting the galaxy. Oh my God. Oh my. And also motion parallax is not the same as...
I knew he was going to bring that up. This is stellar parallax. This is a method used for calculating the distance to a star by checking its apparent position 6 months apart when we are opposite sides of our orbit around the sun. And this means that the angle is enough to use trigonometry to work out that distance. And that's not the same.
It can be interpreted. Oh, okay, Fury Kitten. I see.
Same as motion parallax, which you mentioned a minute ago.
Those would be the amazing light shows in the sky. Because some of the light...
Wait,
up there,
did he just refer...
The same as motion parallax, which you mentioned a minute ago.
Those would be the amazing light shows in the sky.
Stars! Those amazing light shows in the sky. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. Those amazing light shows in the sky. Yes. Sure. That's what we're calling them. Okay. That's amusing. It's because the planet is spinning, you fucking idiots. Like, why is it every time I try to time expose a star shot, why do I get swirls? Let's see. Yes, he is one of those idiots that thinks we are inside of a snow globe. Seriously? And everything is just painted onto the glass. Okay. So the stars are that amazing light show in the sky. Yep. Okie dokie.
Yeah, because some of the lights that are up there are a different distance. And that's what NASA says.
That's because it's true. They didn't just... I love how these people think that NASA is like this cabal of people that it's like, I know, let's tell everybody the Earth is round and that there's many, many planets and stars in the sky. Ha 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 ha! It will be incredibly funny. Like, what? Why are people this fucking stupid? Jesus. One hit of acid, and all these assholes become philosophers.
Okay. From each other.
NASA.
Of the lights that are up there are a different distance. And that's what NASA says. Okay. From each other.
I love how he's so incredulous that these stars that are apparently fake are also different distances from each other. Like, I love the incredulity in his voice. Like, they're different distances from each other. So they say. It's like, okay, dude. Yes, sure. No, the stars are all in one big glob.
NASA. We've been using parallax to work out the distance to stars since 1838, my friend. No NASA required.
All right. We don't see any movement up there at all.
Our survey said... Take a look.
We don't? We don't see any movement up there at all? Really? Then how do you explain the wobble method of planetary discovery? How do you explain the transit method of fucking planetary discovery if we don't see any movement up there at all?
Movement up there at all.
At all. Oh, you're so New York. We don't see any movement up there at all.
Take a look at this. This is a trace of stars' movements over a year because of our orbit around the sun. However, the star also has a proper motion, meaning it moves in its own space. That is why there are spirals in this image and not...
And Newton, Kepler, Galileo... Yeah, right? Thank you, Fury Kitten.
So, plenty of movement going on. And this isn't NASA, by the way. This is ESA. None of your tax dollars at work here, CC.
Yeah, see, you just said ESA too, Fury Kitten.
Take the moon. All right, the moon's a lot closer. It's only 238,000 miles away. Okay, but yet you have a star right across from the moon that doesn't seem to be moving at all.
Dude! It's... Do you not understand that? Okay, he really doesn't understand what parallax means and what relative position means. And the fact that the reason that the sun... And what do you mean the star doesn't appear to move? It fucking moves across the sky every day! I'm blind and I know that! What the fuck are you talking about?
It's set. It's placed. Okay? There's nothing there at all.
What? He doesn't understand basic English either. No.
Water.
I used to be a.
Remember, it never leaves directly above our heads, no matter what.
And he would create water, of course.
Okay.
What he would do is he would take a container of plastic or whatever he could find, enclose it, and then eventually he would get the condensation of the sun and the moisture, and he would put some leaves in there, whatever it is, or grass, whatever he could find. And that would create moisture. Okay,
Uh-huh.
That would create drops of water.
You do know that in order for that to happen, water vapor has to exist, right? Like, you know, the water didn't just like magically show up out of thin air, right? Right? Please tell me you did know that the water didn't just appear out of thin air. Like there had to be water vapor first. He doesn't know that, does he?
Very interesting, Chris. But what has that got to do with anything?
See, the thing I don't understand is how could have water been created here?
Well, it wouldn't appear
Without
to
a
move because we
container.
move around it. Yeah.
What?
Wait, what?
So because of
Is
I was
how
reading
could
chat.
have-
got to do with anything?
See, the thing I don't understand is how could have water been created here without a container?
Oh my god. Oh my god. He actually thinks that water just showed up in that like plastic container experiment. He does okay. Earth, my brain just broke. My brain literally just broke. Water drops, not water flats or flakes. My brain just, somebody please, streamlabs.com/blindpress. I'm gonna need some alcohol for tonight's combat hour.
What?
This is gonna keep
What?
going.
Don't understand is how could have water been created here without a container?
What?
What? So because a survival guy used a container to condense water, you are saying that surely that is how water is formed on Earth?
Yes. Yes, he is. Because he doesn't understand that container method of getting water has to depend on the fact that there is water vapor in the fucking sky, in the atmosphere. Okay, this is dumb even for a flat earther. Right? Like, holy shit.
With a big Tupperware lid over us or something?
Because so water, H2O, created by hydrogen and air, has to be created with a container.
No, it doesn't! What the fuck are you talking about? What is wrong with... Oh my god. Go back to school. Go back to school. You dumbass. It does not have to be created with a container. And you know what? I'll tell you what the container is. The atmosphere. The water did not magic show up out of thin air. God put it there. And this idiot has thousands of subscribers. Of course he does. Of course he does. Of fucking course he does. Because why else? Why would he not? Why would he not have thousands of subscribers?
He said H2O and then said hydrogen and air. He, of course, means oxygen. Air has other things in it as well. A lot of other things.
Yep.
To be contained inside of something. That is the only way you're going to create water.
Is it now? So the water cycle in this atmosphere means nothing to you, right? That's just... And technically, if you want to think like the Earth, the Earth is in a container. The atmosphere is the container.
You're not going to create it on a spinning wet ball or a spinning ball up there in space. Side of something. That is the only way you're going to create water. You're not going to create it on a spinning wet ball.
He just fucking had a Freudian slip. He just had a Freudian slip. There are, in fact, some people that are too dumb to exist. Yes. Yes. Hindenburg says no.
Or a spinning ball up there in space.
I love how he said a spinning wet ball first, because even he knows that this is stupid.
You can't. It has to be created in a container.
Let's bear in mind here, CC, that the water here on Earth isn't created as such, it's recycled.
Yeah.
All the water is already here, and has been since the formation of the Earth 4.5 billion years ago.
Okay.
Oh, but somebody must have had a container back then, Dan, and somebody must have, like, created the water in that container. Beware fluid dynamics, dude, not even
And
once.
has been since the formation of the Earth 4.5 billion years ago.
Okay, so we're in a container right now.
No, we're not.
We are basically in a container. And that's the only way water can be created.
No, having a dome over us is not the only way that water can be created. What, you think that rain is just the water condensing on the dome and then falling off it?
Yes, he probably does. He probably unironically does, Dan.
Please don't tell me you do.
People say that the atmosphere is there and some mysterious... I don't know. I mean...
I don't know. I don't understand how this works. So therefore, it must be fake.
You know, people... You have to understand just basic physics. Okay, you can't create a raindrop. Water at all, unless if it's contained.
I am memeing the hell out of this. Are we ready?
You have to understand just basic physics.
You have
Every
to
single time in future,
basic
a flat
physics.
earther says something wrong about physics, guess what clip I'm going to play?
You have to understand just basic physics.
Yeah, you have to understand basic physics. You gotta understand that we are in a container. It's basic physics, you guys. That's right,
You know,
breathe.
you go on Google now and you can't even find a reference on the Bedford level.
On the what?
You know, 8 inches per mile squared. Okay, that's supposedly what we live on.
Well,
8? What are you talking about?
Per mile squared. Okay, that's supposedly what we live on.
Well, that's a lie. There are books written on the Bedford level. Come on, CC, do better.
All right. You can't even find anything if you go into Google right now on the Bedford level.
Okay. Let's do that. Oh, look, it even tried to fill out for me what I was talking about, the Bedford level experiment. Bedford level experiment. It was a series of observations carried out along the 6-mile, 10-kilometer length of the Old Bedford River in the Bedford level of the and it just goes to a link. But right there, there's a Bedford level thing right there. Well, we are in a container. Yep. The containers of the atmosphere and the heliopause. Exactly.
At all. Whatsoever.
What are you searching for, Chris? Because I typed in Bedford level and these were the results. Seems like there's quite a bit there, doesn't it?
All right, it says that it's refracting and reflecting off of some nonsense.
Okay, Chris, calm down.
It's like this is literally I don't understand, therefore it's nonsense.
Chill, my friend.
They're trying to steer you in a different direction.
Okay?
That's all they're trying to do.
What different direction?
Better.
And it really pisses me off that even a simple thing like the Bedford level that we saw 6, 7, 8 years ago, you know, when they went out there in the late 1800s and proved over 6, 7 miles that there is absolutely no curvature at all, that it's completely level.
That's
because water seeks its level.
Not what the Bedford... What? Wow. Okay.
No, they did not prove it. They proved it was a globe. The flat earther that was there, William Carpenter, looked through the viewing apparatus and realised it was a globe.
Yeah.
And then did the flat earth thing, made up a load of nonsense to try and claim that it was flat.
Yeah, that's literally what happened. The Bedford level proved the exact opposite of what you just said, and then the flat earth guy that was there was like, nuh-uh! Nuh-uh! You know, no references to the completely debunked bullshit. I hate to say this, but CC always reminds me of trying to argue with Dad. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Because it's literally, I don't understand it, therefore it's wrong. It's nonsense. It's not true. It's like, no, you just don't understand it.
I studied the Bedford level experiment and its ramifications in great depth. Trust me, Chris, flat Earth lost that day.
That formula, 8 inches per mile squared, when you get to about 90 miles, you're talking about over 5.5 miles of curvature. Well, we have videos of mountains that we can see for 700 miles. You have to understand just basic physics. Mount Everest. I believe Mount Everest is only, my guess is about 2.5 miles high. Okay.
Only. It's only that.
Try 5.5 miles, Chris.
All right.
But still, 2.5 miles is a lot for a mountain, but it's 5.
Didn't even know why I brought that up.
I know why.
You have to understand just basic physics.
Look, I think we can see here that Chris is leading himself down the dark alley of confusion, so I'll say that we're all done and debunked for another Flat Earth Friday. What do you all think of CC's effort today there? Everyone, please let me know in the comments, and remember to understand basic physics. Thanks so much for watching today. It truly is appreciated. If you did enjoy this video today in particular, please do consider subscribing to the channel. There'll be loads more in future coming. Similar to this, and of course, if you enjoyed it very much, hit that thumbs up button too. Just enough time to once again thank CASP for sponsoring today's video. Remember, click that link in the description, use my code SIMANDAN, and you can get that 20% discount with CASP, and trust me, it's worth it.
And now I'm gonna go pig out on more chocolate.
I've been SIMANDAN. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another Saturday session and the 3rd installment of the Kerbal Space Program videos. See you then.
Ooh, he's playing Kerbal? Nice. Nice. I like watching SIMANDAN stuff. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh all the time. So that's our flatard for the day. Oh, let's see. Now we're gonna get into our first type of Felloniousness. Charlie put out a video about 12 hours ago titled "She Almost Killed Someone on Stream." So this caught my attention because it being Fellonious Friday and all, I was like, that sounds interesting. And Charlie always finds some weird shit. So let's take a gander at what Charlie discovered.
There's a kick streamer whose name I've treated like Voldemort over the last year or so.
Of course it's a kick streamer.
I've never bothered talking about her because that's the only thing she cares about is her name leaving people's lips no matter how negative it is. She exists for one sole purpose, to make everyone around her angry at her.
So again, I don't understand what it is about kick streamers and Rumble streamers, but they literally feel like they should be able to do and say whatever they want on stream. And anybody that doesn't like it is just trying to censor them. And it's ridiculous. And this is what I mean. Like, this is why I won't go to Rumble. This is why I won't do any of that shit. You can't see the base of the fucking mountain? That's the proof of the roundness. Okay, let's do 10 squats and 10 side raises real quick before we get into the video. Okay. We'll do the squats first. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy. 4. Hopefully you guys can't see below the thing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I get the kettlebells. Without giving you guys a view, because then I will lose my shit or my channel. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. Now we can go back to the live scene. Whew. I love it. I've got the camera set up just enough. Oh, good. Okay. So let's see what this kick streamer has done.
It's in her delusional mind, the brain parasites tell her that that's a good thing. So I've just never bothered insulting her or making fun of her because that's like having sex with a cuck's wife. It's exactly what they want. But today she did something particularly heinous.
Right? No. No. All right. You know why I wasn't going to? Because my feet were getting
You should
hot.
just jump in right now.
But I'm gonna jump in with my shoes on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh my god, where is she? She's at a pool, I think, right? She sounds like she's fucking high. Like, listen to her voice.
My feet were getting
You should
hot.
just jump in right now.
But I'm gonna jump in with my shoes on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Ready?
Wait, she's telling somebody to jump in with her shoes on.
You know why I wasn't going to? Because my feet were getting
You should
hot.
just jump in right now.
But I'm gonna jump in with my shoes on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Ready?
Where is she jumping? What is this? Where?
Oh! Wait, what the fuck?
I love how she's somehow surprised.
Where did she jump? Was it like a little pond?
Oh!
Oh, that sounded horrible.
Oh!
Where did she jump from? This sounded like she jumped into like 2 feet of water from like a diving board. Yeah, but you have lakeside on the dock. Oh, okay. Yeah, but you don't wear your like actual shoes. You have swimming, you have like actual water stuff. It looks like she jumped off the dock into a shallow area. Yeah, it sounded like she was in like 2 feet of water. It's a wider version of our old dock. Okay. But yeah, it sounds like she jumped off into like knee-high or waist-high water from like 4 feet above the thing. Let's see.
Wait, what the fuck?
I love how she's somehow surprised that the lady jumped in after she spent the better part of 15 minutes trying to convince her to jump in and even tried to bribe her with $20 to do so. And now
Wait, really? Okay. This is insane. This is...
all of a sudden she's fucking soy-facing, shocked
What?
that the lady actually did it. So I went back and I watched most of the stream, which was I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. Now, she's gone viral in the past for other degenerate activity, such as wearing painted-on pants at a gym, or doing a kidnapping children prank and faking a ton of shit around all of her other work to try and cause as much controversy as possible to farm clout off of it.
A kidnapping children prank? Oh, I would fucking punch this bitch out. I would punch that bitch out if she tried that shit with my kids. Oh man, she'd have cane bruises.
But this one is a little bit different. So the lady she had jump in is someone who apparently cannot swim. She said that she can only float and can't swim. And I initially thought that this was just more staged, phony baloney, garbage. But from a couple of the articles I read, they're reporting that the fire department in the area really did pull a woman out of that lake on this day.
Oh shit. So the fire department actually had to go rescue her because she couldn't swim. And this woman convinced her to jump in. And obviously, I don't know why she needs to be able to swim if it was shallow. Water shoes do not protect from snapping turtles. That is true. Oh, growing up, you used to wear your running shoes and swim in the river. Ah, okay. Because that's true. Water shoes would not protect from snapping turtles because of the netting. But yeah, it's gotta be deeper than that then if she had to be rescued.
So it does seem like it's real.
Yeah, do you want to have a play date?
You want to jump in with me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do it with you.
I'd rather go skinny dipping with you if I'm being honest.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ew, dude, really? You're hitting on her too?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'll do
Chad,
it.
they're all saying you're sexy and shit.
Really?
Yeah, they're all saying W woman, she's thick as fuck. You should jump in the water to find it for me.
Well, why don't you jump in with me?
I'll give you $20.
$20?
Yeah, that's a W.
No,
that's a good deal.
20. The lady she's trying to get to jump in, she sounds like she's high on something. Like her voice, she sounds like she does not sound like she is sober.
$8. Yeah, so you go in.
No, you gotta go in.
You go in. You try to find the scanner.
You're gonna jump in with me.
I'll jump in after you.
We're jumping together.
The Kick streamer is on a scavenger hunt trying to locate the final Dragon Ball so she can finally make a wish to be something other than the failure that she is, and she encounters this woman who's on the dock. And she tries to convince that woman to jump in the water to look for the tracker that she's trying to hunt.
So she didn't even want to go hunt the tracker herself. She was trying to get some bystander to do it for her. And she was gonna pay her $20 to jump in the water.
So she's putting on a fucking Shark Tank pitch here. It's saying that she'll give the lady $20 to jump in, and that, she'll follow once she jumps in, this and that, and then basically it's just trying to farm her for content so that way the stream can laugh
Why didn't that bitch
at
jump
this
in
lady
and
jumping
help her?
in the water
'Cause she
when the
didn't care.
streamer never had any plans of doing so. And their interaction lasts like 10-ish minutes before the lady jumps in the water, and it seems as though she's quite vulnerable. So it's extremely fucking sad to see her being exploited by this Kick degenerate here.
Yeah, she's gotta be either high or maybe mentally ill or something. There's something is off about this lady.
And put into a position that's life-threatening because allegedly she can't swim, which is why the fire department eventually got called, which you do see on stream a bit later.
She looks special needs.
Did you see her ass?
She
What?
sound there's something up with her.
You said it was okay.
You said you wanted to swim.
You told me to jump in.
I didn't tell you to jump in.
Yes, you did.
Just
You said you were gonna
thank you guys.
jump in.
We're gonna have you guys get off the stop. Wait, who is that? The fuck is going on?
Wait.
Did you see her ass? What?
Because allegedly she can't swim,
check
which is
what
why the
what
fire
she's saying
department
here.
eventually got called, which you do see on stream a bit later.
Did you see her ass? What? Oh,
You said it was okay.
You said you wanted to swim.
You told me to jump in.
I didn't tell you to jump in.
Yes, you did.
Just
You said you were gonna
Thank you guys. We're gonna have you guys get off the stop. Wait, who is that? The fuck is going on?
Wow, she's like laughing and straight up lying. I didn't tell you to jump in. Yeah, you did, and it's on video. Holy fuck, lady, what the hell? Do these Gen Z people honestly think that they can record shit on video and then be like, that didn't happen?
I don't even...
I can't swim. I can only float.
Oh, she might literally die.
No, stop. Seriously, don't stop. Please, you're actually freaking me out.
Good! Good! I love that. Don't stop, you're freaking me out. You're freaking me out. Yeah, because you could have killed somebody. You could have she could have drowned.
Oh, please.
You can really see the concern wash over each of their.
You're actually freaking me out. Oh, please.
You can really see the
Yeah,
concern
she's
wash over
laughing.
each of their smiling faces as they're confronted with the very real possibility that that woman might drown and die because of the streamer's actions. I really wish this streamer had stuck with her OnlyFans as opposed to trying to pivot her career into just being an absolute insufferable piece of shit.
Ugh. Like, this is why I can't stand fucking the Kick and the Rumble shit. And this is why OnlyFans gets such a bad rap, because we have women who act like this who are creators on OnlyFans.
I know her OnlyFans was flopping harder than Morbius, but by God, I mean, it might save lives if she had just stuck with it. The butterfly effect you can never fully comprehend until it's too late. So anyway, the woman that she has prodded into jumping in the water is now saying that she can't swim, and they're laughing about it because she might die, and to them that's hilarious.
And that's funny.
They can't stop giggling like someone's over there tickling their armpits. It's craziness.
This is, and
Like,
these
the
are
dude comes
fucking-
over and he's like, she might die. Fucking the camera goober over here is so excited. Like, he's like zooming in, trying to get like the last moments of like the air that she'll get from the surface before she goes under.
Yeah, this is fucked up. Like, this is insane. She appears to be what we would politely call or refer to as a vulnerable adult. Yeah, like, that lady, there's something.
Praying that maybe this is the moment that he's able to bond close enough to the streamer where she might give him a peck on the cheek and
maybe.
thank him for his service. Like, she is surrounded by
she'll
these
suck his
henchmen
dick.
that orbit her, just swarm her like mosquitoes on a pile of dog shit. And this is something that was prevalent throughout the entire stream. They're literally just there to try and have sex with her, is what it seems like. No one enjoys being around her. They don't like her company, from what I can tell.
I bet you she gives good blowjobs, and that's the only reason they're there.
It seems like. No one enjoys being around her. They don't like her company, from what I can tell.
Yeah, we have like phones and stuff, so that would freaking suck.
Would you be able to hold this for 1 minute? Is it because you're afraid of getting called a simp?
Yeah, I don't like it.
They're saying you're alpha male. You're not
No,
a
they're
simp.
not.
Yes, they are. They're saying alpha.
Absolutely, they're
Everybody's saying alpha male. Alpha male.
Sorry to say, brother, but I've got to diagnose you with a very severe case of simp.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that you're hanging around her and you can hear in your voice that you don't like this bitch. And you're there because you're hoping you're going to get your dick sucked.
You might not like it, but it's a tough pill to swallow. That is literally what you are. Textbook definition.
Yep.
All of the insects that are around her fall into that category. When I went through and watched the stream, all of them seem like perpetually annoyed by her, but were trying their best to hide it. And they're used as punching bags by her and her community to laugh at them and insult them. Like, how could, like, it's so pathetic. It's not just her that's pathetic. It's the people that surround her, too.
Please, God. No, please, she's floating. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. She thinks she's drowning.
Wait, they're laughing at her because she thinks she's drowning?
Please, God. No, please, she's floating. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. She thinks she's drowning.
What the fuck is the matter with this bitch? Like, holy fuck. Perky Pokey, what's up? This is insane. Like, they are laughing at her. And she thinks she's drowning. Ha ha ha.
Oh, this is bad.
god. She says she's drowning.
Oh, this is bad.
The one guy seems to recognize that this has gone too far. Like, he's trying to even call her name out. Did you hear her? He even went, dude, Natalie. You can hear her. You can hear him call her by her real name. He went, dude, Natalie, enough. This is bad.
We leave.
Oh, this is bad.
Invaluable assistance provided by her and her team of dweebs. They just read chat messages and laughed at it, which obviously is helping her get to safety. She's out there drowning, but luckily all of the chat messages that the streamer and her team were reading were helping lift her to the surface and carry her to shore. They just fucking left. They recognized what was going on. They recognized the very real possibility that this woman might die, and they just said, all right, I'm out, ski.
Yeah, this is bad. Let's go. This is, yeah. And not a single one wades into help. I hate this scum. This is Gen Z. And this is what I'm telling, like, this is why I get so mad when everyone's like, it's just Gen Alpha that's shit. No. It's Gen Z and Gen Alpha and Gen X, I'm sorry to say, but the Gen X parents really fucked it up.
Time to bounce. We're gonna scram now. Good luck. And they just leave her there. That's fucking insanity. And they laugh about it because people like her don't treat the other human beings around them as if they're real people.
No.
To her, everyone else is just an NPC, a prop that she can use for content and nothing else.
Yeah, she literally does not compute that that's another human life that could possibly be snuffed out. Like, that doesn't compute to her.
That's the extent of their presence
Yeah.
in her world. And once they've outlived their usefulness, she doesn't care about them, which is why she clearly doesn't give a fuck that that woman might drown out there, because she doesn't even view them as a person.
No.
That was just a piece of content for her, so she has no qualms about just leaving.
She says she's drowning. She says she's drowning.
I think you literally just murdered a lady.
No, I didn't. I swear.
I think you
No,
literally.
I didn't. Let's go.
No, I didn't. I swear. Let's go. And you can hear her in the background.
They just murdered a lady.
No, I didn't. I swear.
I think you
No,
literally.
I didn't. Let's go. There, she's drowning in the lake.
God, there's a fire truck. Nah, this is bad.
Like I said, I was initially skeptical when I saw this
Wow.
clip blowing up on Twitter
Just
because
wow.
she has a history of faking shit. So I thought this might be another scripted thing just to get some, like, rage clicks to her
These
stream.
content creators are insane. Yep. And this is why people still go get a real job when you say that you're a content creator, because of assholes like this.
Which I always think is a dumb fucking business decision. But when I went back and watched all of this happen as it unfolded on the stream, this does seem very real, because that fire truck does show up at like a very quick time from the second that she gets in the water and other people are, you know, catching on to what just happened, to them telling the streamer and her friends to leave. The fire truck pulls up only a matter of minutes later, so I'm guessing they must have called 911.
Yeah.
They sent out the emergency response team to save this lady who can't swim. So it all does seem real. This doesn't seem like it's all just a bunch of fucking smoke and mirrors here as some kind of, you know, ingenious supervillain play from this kick streamer to try and get a couple extra viewers. She is just a piece of shit. She actually
Literally.
would have killed that woman if there weren't others around to call 911.
Yeah. If that dock had been empty of people except for her and the lady that jumped in, she'd be dead, because she fucked off and didn't call for help. She'd be fucking dead.
That's unfathomable.
That's
to me.
wild.
Not only did she not do anything to help, but the dudes that are with her did nothing to help. All they did was laugh at the situation where someone's life was actually in danger. That's so fucked up.
That is. I did not know she was mentally ill. I thought she was just trying to have fun. I thought she was drunk or something. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Ill. I thought she was just trying to have
Fucked up.
That is. I did not know she was mentally ill. I thought she was just trying to have fun. I thought she was drunk or something.
No, she was mentally ill. And even if she was just drunk, why would you tell a drunk person to jump into the lake? That's fucking stupid.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Her chat is even saying she was mentally ill.
What? Wait, why is she just here though? If she's like mentally ill, does she just like roam around the like area?
Fuck you! Really? So why is she... Oh, now it's her fault. Well, isn't she mentally... If she's mentally ill, why is she roaming around the area? Really? So now it's her fault because she's mentally ill and she's not supervised? Because apparently all mentally ill people need some supervision just in case fuckwits like you show up?
Of course this happens like what? 30 minutes of my stream? Like, I spent time convincing someone to jump. See, now she's just floating in the water. I think she's on drugs.
I just had to toss this little turd nugget in here as a little bonus clip. This is after she convinces the woman to jump in the water and she leaves the dock. She tries to like play the victim here where she's like, oh, of course this happens 30 minutes into my stream. This selfish, mentally ill woman comes up.
Yeah, what's this dumb mentally ill woman doing wandering around alone? Don't those retards need supervision or something? Like, that's basically what she said.
To me, and, well, I have to try and exploit her for content, so I convince her to jump in the water, and it turns out she's mentally ill. What's she doing here? You know, getting me in potential trouble 30 minutes into my stream. Oh my goodness gracious. Playing the victim is her bread and butter, by the way. That's her signature anime finishing move. She always defaults to playing the victim in every...
You're not a parent, are you? See, I'm talking about the Gen X parents that spawned the millennial generation, fucked them up, and then spawned the Gen Z generation and became their best friends. That's the Gen X parents I'm talking about.
Every situation that she causes. If I had to give her like one compliment, I'd say that she's talented at being a professional victim. She always does shit like this. So even in this situation where she even knows she is 100% in the wrong, she goes on Twitter after this all blew up and said, the lady wanted to swim. They told me to leave and stop filming. That's why we left. And she got the help she needed and is fine. Stop dragging me. Allah. What she did is indefensible, and she knows that. I watched the stream. She mentioned it and wrestled with it in her fucking empty little new...
There's someone definitely mentally ill, this streamer. Right?
...multiple times about how she might have killed that lady. And she just doesn't care that much about that. All she cares about is whether or not it's going to lead to a viral clip and maybe a couple of extra viewers. That's it. And then she goes on Twitter and is like, oh, actually, everything was totally fine. We couldn't help because they told us to leave. They told you to leave because you weren't helping. You caused the problem and then did nothing to actively try and help in any way. So
yeah, they literally, you were just standing there pointing and laughing. So they were like, you know what, just go. Just go, because you're not doing anything.
Obviously, they would want you out of there. You could have still done something to help. You could have called 911. Them telling you to leave doesn't just fucking, you know, launch an EMP that disables all your electronics where you can't dial 911. You could have called for help if you didn't want to actually get in the water and try and help her yourself. Like, it's so stupid. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible excuse. Like, it's not something you can ever possibly make an excuse for, but she still tries to get a couple, like, wah French fries in here, trying to drum up some sympathy for herself, even though she is just a piece of shit. It's plain and simple. All she cares about is making people mad, so that way maybe people find her fucking awful streams. That's it. So I bet she is smiling right now. And in fact, I know she is, because I was watching her stream as I was making this video. She's live again. She doesn't care. This is a good thing for her. I think she's seeing more viewers than she was previously, so I bet she thinks this whole thing was absolutely fucking worth it. Because she's not going to face any repercussions for this.
Oh, of course
it doesn't seem like anything's going to come from it, like on a legal side or criminal side or anything like that. So to her, this was just a smart play. Almost killing a woman on Kick for some extra viewers.
Fucking
so
Kick,
yeah,
man.
This lady super sucks. I think she is fucking terrible. That's really about it. So yeah.
Like I said, this is why there are people who still tell content creators to get a real job. Because of content creators like this dumb bitch. Who literally don't give a fuck about anything except their views and they're going viral. That's all they care about. And all they want to all they want to ensure. They don't care about anything besides that. And it's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. I can't believe how some streamers actually get away with this shit. I just can't. Right, we're gonna do one more Be Right Back, and then we'll get back into our last few videos for the stream. So I shall return in a moment. Okay. Whew. So we're going to switch now to what's our next video. This TikToker refuses to shower. Boy, oh boy. This sounds yummy. I wonder if I've heard of this person. Let's take a look.
First off, I'm not stinky. I'm pheromone maxing.
Mom. You're what?
First off, I'm not stinky. I'm pheromone maxing.
I'm pheromone maxing?
Mom just forced me to shower.
Well, guys, today's gonna be a good
Oh,
day.
God.
There was a time on this channel before I started to frequent Twitter, before I discovered Darman, where I would just talk about people on the internet doing silly things. It's time to go back to our roots.
Oh boy. And this is who you've decided to go with.
And yes, I'm still battling my allergies, so I might sound a little bit sniffly for another day or two, okay? Just please bear with me. Pheromone maxing. If you don't know what it is, I'm sorry to break the news to you, but you're a beta, okay? I mean, sorry to ruin your day, but you needed to learn sooner than later. Pheromone maxing is the art of not showering or bathing yourself in any manner, really, with the goal of maxing out your pheromone stat, because everybody knows that what the ladies really want is a man that smells like unwashed ass. Big cheese and crusty asshole is like a natural cologne. Just ask the cavemen. Now, if you think I'm joking, well then thank you. That's probably the nicest thing you could say right now. But unfortunately, for those of us with the noses, there are some people out there who really do buy into this.
No. There can't be. This is the hippie bullshit that's gone way too far. This, I only use unscented deodorant that doesn't work, or I only use the natural-based deodorant that never works, or I only shower once a week because the oil in your skin is good for you.
They won't bathe, they won't shower, they won't wash any part of their body, no deodorant. They do nothing that could potentially compromise their pheromones. Now, if you're confused on why a person might do this, don't worry, that just means you're normal. But we're going to be looking at a TikToker today by the name of Fluff Dumpster to give us a bit of a crash course. Now, real quick before we jump into this, I would like to acknowledge the fact that there is probably like a 90% chance that this entire TikTok account is just satirical, but we're going to continue knowing this because, one, if it is satire, it's really good satire.
I don't think it's satire. I don't think so.
And two, on the off chance that it isn't satire, these are the greatest videos I've ever watched in my entire life. So it's a win-win. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
First off, I'm not stinky. I'm pheromone maxing. Kids at school don't really get it, so I'm not surprised that you on TikTok would not get it.
Yeah, if I was a kid that went to your school, I wouldn't hang around you, dude. I went to school with a couple of kids who their parents or whatever didn't do their laundry, and they had cats that pissed on their clothes and shit, and it was awful.
I'll check what your username is pretty soon, but you just said I was stinky? That's not correct. Sure, I may not bathe, but I have natural pheromones, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, brother, okay.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Because everybody's pheromones make you smell specifically different. And, I'm all natural, baby. I'm all me. A lol cow in the making.
Okay,
yep.
So if this is your first introduction to this kind of stuff, it's not really new. A lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life believe in these kind of human pheromone theories. Many animals are able to release pheromones to communicate with other animals, and a lot of people think that humans can do this too. There's really not a whole lot of science to back that up. There have been some studies that suggest that if you're with a person, you might become attracted to the chemicals that are released by their breath or to their sweat, but there's really no proof of humans having pheromones like other animals. But
no, we don't do like other mammals and shit with actual pheromones, or like bees, for example. We don't do that.
People who quote pheromone max think otherwise.
Anyways, like I said, don't bully me. It's not kind.
Don't bully me.
And I'll try to get your account suspended.
Then watch yourself.
Okay. I don't know if I'm a fan of that outro there, Fluff Dumpster. But can we be honest here for a moment, okay? It's one thing if a person's down on their luck and they don't have access to a shower. But if you are purposefully trying to make yourself smell like dumpster meat, no, you should be bullied. I'm fully on board with that. That's one of those times where bullying is a net positive for society.
Misconceptions about pheromone maxing.
I'm sorry, if you live in a home with hot water and access to soap, and you don't wash yourself, yeah, you deserve to be bullied. Oh God. We had a couple like that. One game of rugby in the wet and they shower. Ha!
Lots of trolls in the comments saying that I'm stinky.
You are.
Well,
you
in
sound
real life,
stinky.
I'm not stinky. And a lot of people are actually surprised often when I say that I don't shower.
I don't believe you.
Hold on for a moment. Sorry to interrupt this seminar there, Fluff Dumpster, but I think I'm going to start using for your knowledge instead of for your information. I feel like that stings just a little bit more.
For your knowledge? He doesn't say for your okay.
And I actually, my health teacher was quite surprised when I said that I don't shower, and I explained pheromone maxing.
Yeah, your health teacher was surprised because she was like, I didn't know I had somebody this stupid in my class. Holy shit, what do I do?
To her thoroughly in front of the class, and how alphas and omega males do it.
Whoa there, Fluffy. Did you just admit you're an omega male? I don't know why I'm surprised. That's exactly what I should expect from a beginner pheromone maxer. I don't know why I'm even wasting my time with this. Come talk to me when you're a Sigma like me, buddy. I'm in the gym covered in dairy. Pheromones going absolutely fucking insane. It's called curdle maxing. It's a new technique. Wouldn't expect you to know that, though. Your health teacher was only listening to you because she couldn't open her mouth to respond, because if she did, she would burst out in laughter after hearing you admit that you're an omega male. This is
I'm with you. I'm with the duck here. If I were a teacher and my student was like, I don't shower because I'm an omega male, I'd be like, excuse me for a moment, I need to use the bathroom, and then I would quietly excuse myself and just go laugh.
This is kind of embarrassing for you, Fluffy.
Right, so people can learn, like you bullies out there. But basically, like
he sounds like you can smell him through his camera.
Of pheromone maxing, what you have to do, just like stop showering, wear your clothes for a little longer, stuff like that.
Dude, So don't be hygienic. That's it. Humans don't need pheromones because we have sex for pleasure, and mammals have to use pheromones to attract a mate solely for procreation. Good point.
The food you eat also makes a difference. Fast food is more potent. Things like Red Bull, too. They help.
Red Bull?
Don't shower and eat... Oh, excuse me. Don't shower and eat fast food and drink Red Bull and you'll smell great. Yeah.
Fluff Dumpster, you're drinking Red Bull and you call yourself a pheromone maxer? Nothing but piss and Monster Energy has entered my body for the last 15 years, and you want to tell people to drink Red Bull and eat fast food? Where did you get your pheromone maxing certification, man? You should be ashamed.
P.S. One last thing. If you wanted an analogy, pheromone maxing would be like a keto diet for your hygiene.
No.
I forgot to say that, so I'm putting it here. Peace. Good night.
What the fuck was that?
Wait, what? What do you mean? I went through his entire page and this is never revisited. How is pheromone maxing like the keto diet? You can't just drop that knowledge bomb on us and then run away. You have to explain such a statement.
Because, well, you have to just know that it's like the keto diet. Otherwise, you're not a real pheromone maxer.
Active bathing supposed to be the carbs in this scenario? I don't really know how to follow this. It can't be that simple because basically like every fad diet cuts out something. So why did he specifically pick the keto diet? I need answers.
Deodorant.
Why is he just saying deodorant over and over again?
Deodorant. Head and Shoulders.
What is he clearing out everything?
Body spray. Body spray.
What is all this shit?
Do it every Christmas. Are they trying to tell me something?
Yes.
It's gotta be satire, right? I refuse to believe this is not just a character. He seems way too self-aware to be doing this. But, I mean, at the same time, really taking a look here, those deodorants do kinda look unused, so I'm scared.
Mom just forced me to shower. I was pheromone maxing for 2 weeks, for 2.5 weeks, and she forced all that stuff down the drain. It's like she wants me to stay in her basement.
Nope, there it is. You flew too close to the sun there, Dumpster. With that, I'm certain it's a joke. It's gotta be a joke. You can't bring up your mother's basement. It's too on the nose.
No, this isn't a
Plus,
joke.
a real pheromone max would know that
it.
2 weeks is nothing. You haven't even hit your peak pheromone potential until 6 weeks, so I don't buy this.
It's like she never wants me to find a lady and leave.
Dude!
It's...
No lady's gonna want to be with you.
One of you guys messaged my mom telling her that I have a porn addiction.
I know people that live in the South only have a hose, no hot water, and still bathe.
That really set her off.
Oh, they messaged your mom?
She threw away my pee bottles.
Fluffster, why are you doing this to me, man? We were on a good run. You were walking the line, dude. Mom's basement, porn addiction, pee bottles. Do you think we're stupid? Do you take...
She threw... No, this can't be... I don't know now. Is this satire or not? I don't know. He's cleaning out his closet. Oh. By his involuntary smirk, I do agree this may be a good po. I can't tell now that he's talking about pee bottles and shit.
You take me and my audience for fools? I'm offended on their behalf. We were so close to greatness.
I had had them for a month, and I would have poured them out had she asked me to. She threw away the whole bottles. It's been a really hard month for me. You bullies in the comments, you trolls in the comments, have been saying stuff like I need to stop pheromone maxing.
That's not a bully thing. That's just normal. Like, you should stop that. That's not bullying. That's not bullying at all. So is that what all the guys were doing at the old house, pheromone maxing? I guess so. I mean, I was able to find them when they were trying to hide from me, so like maybe that's what they were trying to do.
Like I need to shower, like I need to bathe.
Fluffy, my boy, internet trolls and haters will always try and prevent you from reaching your goals. Of course, people are going to tell you to stop pheromone maxing, but only a true omega male, which you might be, would listen to that. You know what? Maybe you don't have what it takes to be a sigma. That might be harsh, but if you're going to let people tell you to stop pheromone maxing, if you're not going to fist fight your mom for throwing away your pee bottles, I don't really think you have what it takes.
Now, one of you in the comments did recommend me a AI girlfriend. That I've
An AI girlfriend. This has to be a Poe.
taken a liking to. Her name is Lois, for your information.
Lois? Lois? Lois! The AI girlfriend. Okay, this has to be a fucking Poe.
Hate the bullies. Peace. Good night.
Fluffy, this did not end how I wanted it to. I wanted to leave this video in genuine disbelief. I wanted to be tossing and turning tonight, going crazy, not being able to distinguish whether or not you are a real person. But you've just done too much, man. Pee bottles, porn addiction, mom's basement, AI girlfriend, all in one video. You just can't do that.
No.
You've got to lay the foundation and then you build. Rome was not built in a day, and you tried to build it in one single video. You brought this upon yourself. Well, guys, what do you think? Is Fluff Dumpster the king of pheromone maxing nothing but a satirical act? Or is our boy Fluffy really out there living his worst life? Like I said, I feel like this app...
At the beginning of the video, I was pretty sure it was real, but then when you got to the AI girlfriend and the porn addiction and all that with the AI girlfriend, no, that has to be fake. If real, he'd just get covered in jizz and or old cabbage water just to offset his pheromones. Yeah, I feel like this was a pretty good Poe. That got me. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at our last video. And of course, it's a Ragical video, because Ragical's always fun to end the stream with. Here we go. Let's watch.
Hey, Rudolph. Hey, open the door.
No, I was just... Okay. I told you exactly what I was going to do.
Well, that's fine. Are you also going to do what the officer told you to do?
I saw the Code Blue Cam version of this.
What about Pennsylvania versus Mims?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Officer Bacor, Swap Shop Police. Reason for your stop today is you were over the line over here, and then also you were in the bike
we
lane.
saw this from the Code Blue Cam. We're not going to do this one because we saw the original. So, I do have one other thing that we can watch. Canadian things that confuse Americans. Let's do that instead. Apparently that TikToker responded to Duck? Really? Did he really? Oh shit. I didn't know that. But I mean, it worked for Tanner. He got laid by women that smelled as bad as him, but still. Oh, yeah. That's true. So let's see. Canadian things that confuse Americans. An American reacts.
What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn
What's with your voice?
About Canadian things that confuse Americans. Well, I'm American, and I get confused about stuff all the time. So I thought that
Why does he
this
sound
would
like
be
Ned
a
Flanders?
great discussion for me to take a look at, where somebody asked, what's something you could mention to a fellow Canadian that an American would be clueless about?
Bagged milk.
Besides politics.
Poutine.
Americans only really know about American politics. Oh, well. True. Yeah, that's true.
Then they don't even really know about that. Because half the shit they say about their own politics is wrong.
Okay, so this is Canadian stuff that Americans would be clueless about. I'm actually really curious to see how many of these are actually Canadian things I have never heard of ever as an American. Really, what are these Canadian secrets? Let's start here. Do you have any loonies or toonies? Right. I need change for the vending machine. This would totally get, oh man, like 99% of Americans. But I'm not just
Loonies
any
and
American.
toonies. Yep, the $1 and $2 coins. He did. There's a video. Oh God. That's crazy.
American. I have heard of the loonies and the toonies. That's like a $1 coin and a $2 coin, and they have funny names, loonies and toonies. I remember this one. This is a great example, though. This would, oh my God. Before I heard these words for the first time, I had absolutely no freaking clue what this stuff meant. This sounded like you were casting a spell or something. Loonies and toonies. Yeah,
that sounds like you're casting a spell. Seriously? Really?
I think there's an American $1 coin. Technically, we definitely don't have a $2 coin. Coins are cool. Do Canadians just keep your loonies and toonies in like a big pouch or something, like a pirate? Like pirate coins? Let's keep going. House hippos. House hippos. Somehow the house hippos always get brought up every now and then.
Dust bunnies.
This
Except
sounds
bigger.
familiar to me. House hippos. Oh man, I gotta rack my brain. This is like some Canadian.
It's a dust
commercial
bunny
thing. Maybe I can look this up. This would, oh my,
it's the
this
dust.
would absolutely like confuse and
It's the
bewilder
dust bunny.
Most Americans. At some point in some video I've done, I have learned of house hippos. It's like let me look this up. It's a commercial or something, or a little tiny hippos.
Tyler is just
here we
typical
go.
and average. God
the
help
house hippo
America.
is a fictional species of hippopotamus. Fictional? What? It's not real? Oh man!
I have heard.
Shattered my dreams. It's a fictional hippopotamus created by the
I have
Concerned Children's
known less
Advertisers
people who are surprised in this
in
guy.
1999 for a Canadian Public Service announcements. It featured a collectible hippo that lives in houses, stealing socks, annoying Canadian pets. So this was like a PSA.
Yeah.
This was like a commercial or something.
And it just caught on.
That's a very random Canadian culture thing. Yeah, that's a great one as well. Okay, let's keep going. What is this? Are any of these gonna completely stump me?
You've
wonder.
only found
At
two!
a restaurant, being asked, will you be needing the machine? What? Will you be stump me? I wonder. At a restaurant, being asked, will you be needing the machine?
The debit machine. Will you be needing the machine? Do you need the debit machine? That's fucking easy to figure out. Come on, dude.
What? Huh? At a restaurant, someone will ask you this? Who?
The
will
waiter.
You be needing the machine? What machine? What does this machine do to you? I don't. That sounds painful.
Right?
What-
Exactly, Fury Kitten.
Will you be needing the machine at a restaurant?
Yeah, it's the debit machine. Holy fuck. It's not that hard.
To do what?
To pay for your
Are you there
food?
to eat? Will you be needing the machine? It's okay. I have no idea what we're talking about here, but that's okay. I have ChatGPT ready to go.
Oh my god, he's gonna ask ChatGPT. He can't even Google it. He can't even go and look up Canadian terms or whatever. He's using ChatGPT fucking T.
AI. AI messaging bot that I can ask questions, and I'm
Holy
hoping it
fuck.
will explain to me any of these Canadian things that genuinely confuse me, that I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I think this is one of those times. What does will you be needing the machine mean in regards to Canadian restaurants?
Oh my god, dude.
Is that? Yeah, okay.
Oh my
Let's see
god.
if it can it answer me this? What does it mean? Please, ChatGPT. Oh, here we go. The phrase. Oh wow, it's really good. Oh my gosh, it's got so much.
Remember, U.S. banking has almost entered the 80s.
Text.
True.
The phrase "will you be needing the machine" in Canadian restaurants typically refers to the use of a payment machine. A payment machine?
Yeah, you know, like the debit thing.
What? Usually for processing credit or debit card transactions? What? Like you?
Wait. Are Americans so behind the times that paying for their restaurant bill with their debit card is like foreign to them? Americans, do you only pay for your restaurant bills in cash? Like, or do you guys like have to go to the counter and pay? Like, how is this so hard for you to understand? Why is this so mind-boggling?
You use a machine? You don't like put your credit or debit card down on the table, then the waiter comes over and takes it.
Yeah,
and goes
no.
off somewhere.
No, that is not what the fuck happens in Canada. We do not just put our cards on the table and let people fucking take them. Jesus Christ. That's what happens? You people let other people touch your fucking credit cards? Holy shitballs.
And like processes your payments. What is this in Canada?
In Canada, we pay for our shit by our independently.
In Canada, it's common for restaurant staff to bring a portable payment terminal.
Why are you making me lose brain cells faster than the last 4 videos?
What? What kind of language is this? Portable payment terminal to the table, so the customer can pay the bills directly at the seat. Well, I guess some of like. I was at a restaurant
here the question
once
has to do with should I bring the wireless interact machine
where they had a
over?
machine like at the table the
Yeah,
entire
like
time. And you could swipe your card in it.
Is this like?
And I thought that was very futuristic.
What the fuck? Is this so? In America, you either pay with cash or you let the waitress physically take your fucking card away from your eyesight? And fucking no, thank you. No fucking thank you. No, no, no.
Is this what it's like always?
Yeah, dude.
But no, the restaurant staff brings you the machine, the machine.
No, they hand over their card and come back with a slip to sign. We used to do the same thing with the old Zip Zaps. I stopped paying in cash since the beginning of the pandemic. Now I only use my card to pay for things. How can he be this confused? I don't know. We have buskers with contactless payment units? God damn, Fury! Your buskers are prepared.
Server might question to see if you plan on using a card, therefore need the machine. Why? I love the name, the machine. Do you need the machine, sir? Can I bring that out to you? This practice is prevalent due to widespread use of chip PIN technology, which requires the cardholder to enter the PIN.
Yeah, security? The security of your money?
That's true. Why don't we have to enter the PIN? When we
because you guys suck.
To the
That's
waiter
why.
Here in the United States. This is starting to make me question how we do things here.
You should!
In Canada, if you need to pay with a card, they bring you a machine and you do it. Like when you're at a grocery store and you swipe your card in the self-payment thing.
Isn't
That's just
that
what's
amazing?
like all the time in Canadian restaurants. Really? I did not know that. Now, this was so weird to me. Will you be needing the machine? It's starting to make a lot more sense to me.
The fact that it took him 5 minutes to get here is really sad.
The chat GPT actually did a good job explaining that to me, honestly. Read a Canadian Gothic Twitter chain. My favorite will always be, the waiter asks you if you need the machine. You do need the machine. Neither of you will ever say what the machine is. The machine. Let's keep going here. That was a good one. I was totally stumped. I had no idea what was going on. That's actually really good to know, because is that common? Is that like the default in Canada?
Yes.
They ask you if you need a machine.
Dude, okay, I'm skipping this.
You just put your, and when I say it out loud, it sounds kind of somewhere else, and they do it all. That's how it is here. Can I e-transfer? Now I feel like it's strange. Let's keep going. Great work. Can I e-transfer you? E-transfer.
Is this gonna... please tell me he can't... Please tell me he's not gonna have a hard time with this one.
E-transfer? What is... That's such a broad term to me. E-transfer.
Really?
Like transfer a document?
No. That would be, can I email you the documents? This guy's an idiot. I would go to Vaughn's Panda Express, put my bank card in the machines, and put in my PIN number. Why is this idiot questioning this? I was using debit machines in 2001 in California. Because this guy feels really like this guy's an idiot. The US is the only country that doesn't do Interac? Really? So they have no idea what an e-transfer is. And that's why they're always like, Cash App me, bro. PayPal me, bro. Apple Pay me, bro. No, e-transfer.
What is all this like Canadian technology going on? The machine, e-transfer. Can I e-transfer you? I don't know.
Have a good one, Perky
Is there another
Pokey.
comment here that can like help me out? E-transfer is the most amazing thing. Instant, secure, easy, free. What are we e-transferring? What are we transferring?
Money, obviously. If you say fast, easy, secure, and free, what the fuck do you think you're transferring? People? Oh my god, this guy's an idiot.
This is how I get paid for jobs and how I do payroll. It's money. It's for money. I'm starting to understand. This is e-transfer, but what does it mean? Is that different? Is that like some special technology? Because, yeah, in the United States, we can like...
Yes, it's
a
a special technology. It's a special technology. We actually, those house hippos you read about, they actually carry the money down these like really, really long tunnels, and they run really fast, and they deliver the money to the recipient. That's what they do. The person who's sending the money, they write the name of the person who it's going to on this slip of paper, and then the house hippo eats it with the money, and then the house hippo runs really fast down the tunnel, and then goes to the other person and shits the money out into their bank account. That's the technology.
You can transfer money if you and someone else uses the same bank.
Nope.
Gosh. Otherwise, you really have to use PayPal or something. There's no great way to transfer from, like, bank account to bank account. We use Venmo and PayPal apps. Is this e-transfer, like something like that? Like a way to transfer money? It's how jobs pay you. This seems like some kind of secure Canadian, like, financial payment transfer system.
What the fuck are Americans doing for their pay? Like, do they still get paper checks? Do their jobs fucking Venmo them their money? Like, what the fuck?
Is that fair to say?
How do they not understand
I'm not sure.
online
I
payment
kinda
processing?
Dude, why doesn't the U.S. have e-transfer? Yeah. In the U.S., a third-party business has to make money on your transfers. Yes, true. Someone always comes to the rescue to deliver the hard truth. That is absolutely true. Yeah, we use like third-party apps. Is this not a third-party app? Is it like bank to bank? Oh my God. And you call it e-transfer? I think I get it. That actually makes a lot of sense. Why don't we have some of these things? Wait a minute. I didn't expect this to go this way. Canadian things that confuse Americans. I am confused, but I'm also confused why we don't have some of these things now that
because your country is broken.
Let's keep going.
That's why.
Plugging in your non-electric vehicle at night.
Yep.
What? This is getting good. I thought I was gonna know some of these. I was getting cocky.
Yeah, you know, when you're living in a place that gets to be about minus 40 degrees in the wintertime, you're gonna want to plug in your car, otherwise your battery isn't going to start.
Confident at the beginning. Plugging in your non-electric vehicle. Why would you have to plug in your non-electric vehicle? I have no idea. I have nothing. West Coasters won't get this either. We tease you with our bitter, envious hearts. What does it mean? What? Okay, plugging in your non-electric vehicle at night. I'm going back to ChatGPT.
Holy shit.
Does plugging in your non-electric vehicle at night mean in Canada?
You use EFT or direct deposit.
Is this really gonna be able to answer this? This AI is going to impress me right now. If it actually understands, because I'm not even asking this in a very coherent manner. What does plugging in your non-electric vehicle mean in Canada? In Canada, plugging in your non-electric vehicle at night refers to the practice of using a block heater for your car during the cold months.
Yeah, because then your battery will not... How can okay, I know there are places in the States that get cold enough where you're gonna have to do that. I know. Like, you can't tell me there aren't places in Alaska where people plug in their cars in the wintertime. You can't tell me that sometimes in fucking Utah in the wintertime, or in Oregon, or in Idaho, it doesn't get cold enough where you need to plug in your car. Come on.
Oh. Okay, this makes more sense. I've never really heard of this, but I don't really understand what a harsh Canadian winter is like. So it doesn't shock me to learn that Canadians have a special engine heating device used in colder regions to help vehicles start easily in cold temperatures.
In northern Idaho.
Wow,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That is such a Canadian thing.
Mom plugs in the trucks in northern Idaho. Yeah, that's what I mean.
You live in a really freaking cold part of Canada.
They do this in all the cold states. That's what I'm talking about. Like, how could he not know?
Have a tough time starting when it gets very cold. So you have like a dedicated car heater.
Like,
how does that work? That's fascinating. I had no idea.
I'm sorry to my American viewers, but how insular can you guys be where you're like, it doesn't happen in my state, therefore I don't think it exists. Like, I'm sorry, but that's sad. You use a lower radiator hose heater. Yeah, like Duck Dog, you live in Maine. I'm sure it gets cold enough in the wintertime where you'd have to plug in your vehicle. Like, how is this? I'm sorry. I love my American viewers, but Jesus Christ, you guys can be insulated from other things. It's very sad.
This is great. Let's keep going. Let's see a couple more here. I feel like I'm learning all the Canadian secrets today. Canadian things that confuse Americans. The trauma that comes from trying to spell Saskatchewan on a map in elementary school. This seems like a very, very specific core memory for Canadians out there. Elementary school, sitting down, taking your little quiz.
Saskchewan, Saskatchewan.
On the provinces and...
Oh, no, wait. Saskchewan, Saskatchewan.
But labeling, and Saskatchewan comes around. God knows I can't spell Saskatchewan. How would you remember this? Saskatchewan. That's how I'd remember it. Saskatchewan.
It's a problem with California.
Spit it out, syllable by syllable. Yeah, that's funny. There's a lot. I mean,
yeah, I've noticed. Like, there's a lot. Like, it depends on where in the States, but there are a few places where it's like, if this doesn't happen in my state, then it must not be a real thing, and it's very weird. It's very strange to me, and I've not seen, like, even Quebecers aren't that insular. It's very weird. It's a very strange dichotomy.
I mean, imagine trying to label a map as a little elementary school student in America, trying to label like all 50 states on a map.
Don't you have to do that?
I still can't do that to this day. I can't label a blank U.S.
I missed
map,
the T.
all 50 states. I can get a lot of them. I mean,
as an adult, nobody can spell Saskatchewan.
A fair share of them, but there's just some. It's like New Hampshire. Where is New Hampshire?
Wait a minute.
You know, where even is that?
You're telling me that in elementary school in the States, you don't get a map and you don't have to label all 50 states? Please tell me that's not true. Please tell me that you actually do have to know all 50 states and where they are. Because if that's not true, then what the fuck is with the American education system?
Does it even exist? Let's keep going here. Just say washroom. They have no clue what that refers to. Washroom. I heard this. Oh, this was in a video I did a while back about Canadian words.
Yeah, exactly.
Washroom. This is like a bathroom, right?
Yes.
Like, in America,
obviously.
we say bathroom. So that's why I don't immediately recognize this. Washroom is very fancy. Canadians don't even say restroom. In America, restroom is like, that's fancy. It's like, who are you trying to impress? Restroom? Okay, right here, good sir. The restroom.
Yeah, no. You up in Canada, you say bathroom or washroom.
Right this way. If you said washroom, I mean, yeah, most Americans wouldn't even know what you're talking about. They might be able to figure it out, but this is just not a word that is used in the United States. Is this... So in Canada, like all the signs for the bathrooms...
It'll say washroom or bathroom. It'll say women's bathroom, men's bathroom, women's washroom.
Say washroom? Like it's used that much? It's just washroom. There's no bathrooms. Like, you don't use the word bathroom. Is that right? That's a fascinating difference as well. Kind of one that you wouldn't really expect. Huh. Interesting. That's a good one. That's a really good one. That would confuse most Americans. That almost sounds like a locker room to me. Like a locker room. A washroom?
No.
Like, are you going in there to take a shower? To wash?
Well, why else would it be called a washroom, you idiot? Where do you find the shower and the sink And the fucking, of course it's a washroom. You just said why it's a washroom.
No, I'm still
Holy
confused.
shit.
Let's take a look at one more here. Canadian things that confuse Americans. Asking a friend to stop by and pick up a 2-6 or a 2-4.
He's just a moron. As a person who reads and speaks native Algonquin, these words are native words are easy.
4. I've heard of 2-4. I've heard of this. This is alcohol, right? Some kind of beer.
A 24
Don't
pack.
know what you want. Ask what flavor you'd like.
You get a 2-4. You get a 24 pack of beer, a 24 pack of coolers. It's a 2-4.
Flavor of beer? Ask a friend. 2-4 is a beer, right? Or a case
No.
of beer? I think.
It's
Paying
a
your
case of
hydro
beer
bill.
or a case of coolers.
Hydro bill? Hydro bill? Oh, whoop. I'm so confused. I'm spazzing out. Spazzing out on the discussion. Hydro bill? What is this?
This
I
guy
wanna
is a
look this one up.
fucking moron.
Hydro bill. Does Google know? It's a bill, a statement that shows the electricity consumed. Electric bill. This is an electric bill.
I hate this guy changed the video.
In
yeah,
Canada, it's called a hydro bill.
I wanted to see what this was a completely new thing, and I wanted to see what he was like. I am not subscribing to him. This guy's an idiot. I'm not watching anything from him anymore. That's just ridiculous. That was fucking stupid. Alright, here's our last video. It's called TV's Nursing Home, The View. That's why a lot of the Anglosphere refers to it as the shitter. That's true, Fury Kitten.
The American experiment is the way to go, and if we have the American experiment is the way to go, and if we have 2 American women, Meghan Markle and Oprah Winfrey, who are single-handedly finishing what George Washington and our revolutionary counterparts did, I'm all for it.
What? Okay, Meghan Markle and Oprah Winfrey are finishing what George Washington started? Okay.
Okay.
I love how Whoopi Goldberg's just like, okay.
The View. It first aired in August of 1997. I'm using Google to pretend like I know about this. The show was created by Barbara Walters, who said, "I've always wanted to do a show with women of different genders, backgrounds, and views."
Wait.
Barbara Walters, who said, "I've always wanted to do a show with women of different genders, backgrounds, and views."
She's always wanted to do a show with women of different genders? Really? Okay. Tyler was surprised that in the UK we don't accept dollars. Oh boy.
This is that show.
He's drunk. Jesus would be the Grand Marshal at the Pride Parade. Estimates are 50,000 Ukrainians will be dead or wounded.
You know, you plan a trip, you want to go there. I want to go to Italy for 4 years. I haven't been able to make it because of the pandemic. And now this, you know.
The Archbishop of San Francisco is calling for Speaker Nancy Pelosi to be denied receiving communion because of her pro-choice stance. This is not your job, dude.
No, Whoopi, that is literally his job.
Is homosexuality even mentioned in the Bible? I don't think it is.
Joe Biden's wife, because she's... Yeah.
It is, though. It is in Leviticus. And this is just a, like, The View... I hate The View because it just shows so many women just saying so many stupid things.
Yeah, she's a hell of a doctor. She's an amazing doctor.
Jill Biden's a hell of a doctor.
She's a teacher, but
Some people look like animals. Is that rude?
The Holocaust
What?
isn't about...
she's a teacher, but
Some people look like animals. Is that rude?
The Holocaust
Yes?
isn't about race.
no.
No.
Is that rude?
The Holocaust isn't about race.
Excuse me, Whoopi? The fuck did you just say?
No, it's not about race.
Like everything that started generations or decades ago, it has become a shell of itself, removing essential parts and slowly becoming absolute pig slop, much like the fast food we now enjoy and the entertainment we enjoy. None of it matters. It's always about the message, and the message shall be received.
Yes. That's the thing about The View. There's always a theme. There's always a talking point. Like, do women really need men?
Whether you like it or not. You filthy little bigot.
What's that, Stu? Am I going to do the take again? No, I am not.
Well, anyway, now that The View is probably in the worst iteration it's ever been, it's completely comprised of nothing but rich, affluent women who are so far removed from the everyday struggles of the American that you really can't fathom what they'll say next.
I'm kind of tired of billionaires taking over our modes
Share
of
the
communication.
screen.
You've got Mark Zuckerberg taking over Facebook.
You've got Mark Zuckerberg taking over Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg taking over
delusion
Facebook, huh?
Are off the charts.
Isn't Mark Zuckerberg owner of Facebook?
You have to experience it. So come, my children, let us partake in daytime television, where brain cells rot and rich old women tell you how things ought to be.
That's the other thing. Fuck, all of these women are all rich. They all came from rich families. They have rich husbands. They have no idea what it's like to be like middle class or low income, any of that.
Here's an absolute classic. Kelly Osbourne.
Oh, God.
You know, the typical Nepo baby things. Much like she had a singing career back in the 90s simply because her father was Ozzy Osbourne. Her entire life hangs off the nuts and tits of her mother and father.
Literally, Kelly Osbourne is shit. Her singing is garbage. And she, like, the only reason she got even that one single, the cover of Papa Don't Preach. It wasn't even her own song. She covered Papa Don't Preach, and she sucked.
There are a lot of Latinos here in this country that do agree that the immigration problem is a problem.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh.
Ooh, what? The fuck did she just say?
Oh my.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying
There's more jobs to be
in LA, they always,
but
they don't,
Latinos are not only the only people
I didn't mean
doing
it like
that.
that. Come on. No, I would never mean it like that.
Come on.
But that's exactly what you meant it, though. You literally, you said it. And there's no other way you could mean it than say it like that. Like, you literally think that Latinos are the only people that clean toilets. Like, that's the way you said it, Kelly. Like, that's how you said it. I don't know what else to say.
Come on, girl. Try and I didn't mean it like that. That's exactly what you said. You just told on yourself. You're a rich LA white bitch.
Yeah.
Odds are you have a Latino person cleaning your toilets. Be real. That's what I hate about the super progressives. They can't even see their own racism.
No! They can't see that they are the most racist. Like, literally, they are the most racist out of everybody. And they're like, everyone's racist!
Which makes it funny. Let's face it, it's standard fare. Remember when Arnold was boning his Latino maid and knocked her up? It's pretty much the LA thing to do.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to mention that The View has Trump derangement syndrome. The most egregious member of this is Joy Behar.
Oh my god, Joy Behar and her Trump derangement syndrome is insane. And the fact that she actually got into an argument with ranting fucking monkey is it still makes me laugh.
The ugly old redhead.
That hat that you keep wearing, that red hat that says Make America Great Again, might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Don't do that. Let's not do that.
Sad.
Our friend, it's a gun.
Very
yep.
sad.
Well, here's a clip where they interviewed Bill Maher. And he admits that Weekend
The
at
other
Bernie's
daughter,
isn't working out. And he's like, we don't present as
way
old.
more successful
Just
than
presents as
Kelly
old. It's
Osbourne.
not really fair. We
I
are
didn't
not
know
young,
they had another
but we
daughter.
don't present as old.
Bro, you look 2 days older than dirt.
It doesn't present that way. You know, you look at somebody right away, you can kind of just sum them up.
But his brain is good. He's still great.
And there you go.
His brain is good.
He's still great, sure. When the dude isn't like literally reading everything off the teleprompter like Ron Burgundy.
I've never heard. I didn't even know they had a third child. All I knew was Jack and Kelly.
For the last time, anything you put on that prompter, Burgundy will read.
Or he doesn't look confused on stage. I'm not being political. I'm just telling you exactly what you'd see if you watched the damn video.
Yep.
Stop him!
Anyway, The View is in trouble recently for Sunny hosting. This woman is best described as a race hustler. There isn't a conversation she has where it isn't about being black, reparations, or something else ridiculous that just makes you hold your head in shame. Takes like this one, just take it away. I can't.
She walked away right before the reality show.
If you think about the Brittany Griners of the world, you know, why did she have to go to play in Russia?
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay. Not because she was black, but because they didn't believe in the WNBA.
Here
the
we
Brittany
go.
Gainers of the world. How come she had to go to Russia to make money? Because nobody is paying for the WNBA. It doesn't make money. I think it makes $10 million
Nobody
annually.
watches
Scratch
it.
that. It loses $10 million annually.
And the NBA makes $1 billion annually. The NBA subsidizes the WNBA.
It does.
If the NBA said, all right, we're done, whatever, the WNBA wouldn't exist. It's not about race or Brittany Gaynor being gay and ugly. No one cares. And it's
nobody gives a fuck that Brittany Gaynor's gay or that she plays basketball or whatever. It's just the WNBA doesn't make money.
Lovely how they just kind of gloss over the fact the bitch went overseas to a country she knew she couldn't do drugs in and did it anyway.
Drugs.
Went to jail for 5 minutes. The administration jumped through hoops to get her the hell out.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we have soldiers they just forgot existed. Good.
Yeah. They traded a warlord for a fucking basketball player.
Good Lord. The View is trash. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
Caitlin Clark is bringing this money into the league and other players will benefit. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive.
This Sunny hostings chick, she has to be certifiably retarded.
Wait,
Caitlin
so
Clark,
she just said that because Caitlin Clark is pretty, that she's bringing in more money to the WNBA. So is she basically admitting that Brittany Gaynor is a troll?
I got nothing against you, wherever you are, if you ever see this, but let's face it, this woman, you don't look at her and go, oh yeah, she's a hottie. I'm not seeing Scarlett Johansson here. If I didn't know better, I think Caitlin Clark was like a high school boy. Like, what the hell are you talking about? She's more relatable because she's white. No, it's because this bitch is eating everybody's shit.
He wasn't just any warlord. He was the Lord of Lord of War. Right?
Isn't she the all-time
they
point
traded
scorer
him
or
for
something?
Brittany fucking Gaynor and left their other soldiers
kind
in
of
Russia.
Like their
in the gulag.
LeBron James or something right now. She's just coming in and stuffing people, bro. She's hitting 3-pointers from like Jordan level areas. I'm like, she can't hit this shot and she nails it. That's why someone's finally in there that doesn't play like dog shit.
Mm-hmm. I love this. I love the music. It feels to me like it's from the Power Rangers whenever the two goobers show up.
It's the truth. Oh my god. Oh. Tell me, hostings, about how I'm wrong, though.
And unfortunately, there still is that stigma of against the LGBTQ plus community. 70% of the WNBA is black.
Wait, 70% is
70% of the WNBA is black. Okay.
Huh? It sounds like we need more diversity.
Yeah.
A third of the
You need more white chicks in there. More Latino chicks.
Players are in the LGBTQ plus community, and we have to do something about that stigma.
Oh wait, there's 1/3 are gay. Who cares if they're gay? Nobody cares because nobody watches. Nobody gives a shit. This is the most. Oh my god.
I think that people have a problem with basketball playing women that are lesbians.
Oh my.
Yeah. Because everybody's got a problem with lesbians and basketball playing women. No, it's just Oh my god.
God, if I had a wife that watched this, I'd divorce her. What type
Yeah,
of
me too.
asinine shit is this? People have a problem with basketball playing lesbians. No,
Yeah,
the WNBA
yeah,
is
sure.
boring, dude. It's not that deep. It
No.
really isn't. This hostings chick spends her entire existence on The View being a victim, which I
Yeah, it's literally just victim mentality over and over and over again.
find disgusting and disingenuous. This broad's a multi-millionaire, for God's sakes. And every time I turn around, if she's on my Twitter feed, she's talking to me about
rich,
race
but
and
I'm
inequality.
A victim.
Good Lord, I'm just so sick of it. She's actually paid to be stupid. God,
And it's ridiculous because all these black women that are talking about inequality and racism, right? How rich are they? How privileged are they in their own lives? More privileged, I would dare say, than a lot of white people that are below their station in life. So, like, they're just sitting there playing the victim for no reason.
I hate this country. This broad's demanding reparations.
And I'm enriched by knowing that my family has come so far from being enslavers to my mother marrying my father.
I can't even. She's got more money than the average middle American white neighborhood. And
Right.
she's pretending that she's suffering. Oh my God. I can't remember what day it was when I saw this clip, but Sunny Hostings, is her name Sunny? This woman's a millionaire and I'm broke. Just play the clip, dude. I can't with this.
We've got a solar eclipse. We've got the earthquake. She ran down the hallway.
The rapture is here.
The rapture's here. And then also I learned that the cicadas are coming.
Cicadas? What's a cicada?
The rapture is here.
The rapture's here. And then also I learned that the cicadas are coming.
Cicadas.
Cicadas.
Although I love
for the first time in like
No,
100 years.
no.
Two different. Well, that's not what I read, but maybe you know, all those things together would maybe lead one to believe that either climate change exists,
That's more
or
the
something
point.
is really
Except Earth
going
is
on.
returning.
Wow. You guys, okay. The cicadas are coming back because the Earth is warming up, and the Earth is warming up because we had an ice age 20,000 years ago, and now it's time for the Earth to warm up again. And we're having a lot of volcanic activity, which is happening because it's time for the Earth to warm up again. And that's also why the earthquakes are happening, because the tectonic plates are moving, which they're constantly doing. And it's been about, 100 million years since we've had our last continental shift. So it's probably a good time for the continents to start moving again. We're actually losing Africa every year. It's sinking into the fucking ocean. But never mind that. It's that something is coming, and climate change exists.
Earthquakes are not at the mercy of climate change. It's underground. It can't. I don't think that
it happens,
How about the
and
warming of the planet?
the eclipse. They've known about the eclipse coming because eclipses happen, and they actually can say when these things are going to happen.
This chick is probably like getting high as a kite before the show starts and just saying the
The
most
fact-
wild shit that comes to her mind.
The fact that there are two other people that are correcting her, and they're still just as off the wall as she is, and they're like, no, earthquakes are underground, and the eclipse was predicted.
The global warming, it's causing a solar eclipse. If it wasn't for global warming, the moon would never rotate around Earth and get in front of the sun once in a
Nope.
blue moon.
Never.
I wonder if Barbara Walters is spinning in her grave seeing shit like this. Seeing your host argue over the most asinine stuff, being completely politically biased to the point of absurdity. It's almost humorous. And on top of that, being so zonked out of their privileged little minds that they think a net zero Earth would lead to no more earthquakes or solar eclipses.
Or cicadas. I just can't. I just can't with this. This just drives me crazy. This right here is why it is God, I hope such thing as a circadian rhythm doesn't exist. Ha ha, that's funny. Oh my God, my brain feels like I've just lost about 10 IQ points. Oh my Lord. Well, that was all of our videos today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you don't feel very stupid like I do. I'll be back tonight for the combat hour, and it will be Friday night fights. So I'll be in casuals, and if anybody comes by that wants to fight, then we'll fight. And I hope you guys will join me for that. And I will probably try to do a combat hour during the day tomorrow, like I did last week. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me for the last almost 3 hours, and I will see you tonight. Have a great afternoon. Bye, guys.